Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It has been entirely too long, but it is finally that time of year where we get to spend our Friday nights watching the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Thank you so much for joining us here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media. If this is your first time hanging out with us, or it's just been so long you forgot, I'm Tyler Lennon, and I'm joined, of course, my favorite person to spend Friday nights with in the fall, Ryan Humphreys. What's going on, buddy?
Tyler, it is an absolute pleasure to be standing next to you, especially at Gerald Prim Stadium in the almost fall, and most importantly, we have made it to football season.
We have, dude. It felt like a very long time. It felt like entirely too long, but we made it. We're back. I couldn't be more excited. We have a ton to get into tonight. This is the second scrimmage. Season opener is next week, but we have a ton of new stuff going on here at Chad's Media and Front Porch News, including a lot of new advertisers, which we're going to tell you all about throughout the course of the night, starting with our new pregame advertiser, Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge, where they make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable. Explore their extensive inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles tailored to fit any lifestyle and budget. Their dedicated team is there to guide you through every step from selecting the perfect car to securing financing. Go give them a visit or browse their online showroom at ssdodge.com. Your next journey starts with the perfect car. Find it at Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge. Again, thank you so much to them and all of our advertisers, which we'll be telling you about throughout the course of the night. Ryan, what is the thing you're most excited about for tonight?
Man, you know, it's the first live football that a lot of the people in Sulphur Springs is going to see of the season. Incredible attendance tonight for a scrimmage. I know people are just eager to see Wildcat football, but I'm just ready to see us play against another team. And I know that our guys are ready for the same thing. They've been practicing long and hard this entire month, camp, going against their own guys. They want to play against other teams.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, this is the second scrimmage. Last week on the road at Lindale, the final score ended up being 27-7. It was 27-0 when the ones left. Dude, this defense looks really, really good.
And that's kind of been the early buzz in camp, is that you've got an experienced defense. That front seven, I've heard a lot of good things from you and Corey. Offensively, obviously, you know, when you get a new quarterback, you lose a Brady Driver, a guy that's been the starter for the last 3 years. There's the potential to kind of have this growing pains, but that's not really what we've seen. We're surrounding the quarterback with a lot of great weapons, and I'm very confident that position is going to be really good this year.
So it's funny you mentioned that. That's one of the first things I wanted to ask you. For anyone that doesn't know, Wildcat legend right here, former QB1, and there must have been a night where it was your first scrimmage as QB1 for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Obviously, this is different than your usual new quarterback situation. Caden's been a quarterback in this system for 3 years, played in a playoff game, almost won a playoff game against a good Dallas Carter team, awful conditions. But can you kind of put us in that mindset? What was it like your first night at the Prim? Even though it's a scrimmage as QB1 for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats, put us in that headspace?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a big deal. That's something that you think about from when you're a fourth grader and you're playing in the Little League, right. Whatever I play. Mine was the Panthers, Pop Warner team. That you do everything. You play all those games. You spend all that time to get to that moment where you are QB1 for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats on Friday night. So, make no mistake. Yes, this is a scrimmage, but it's a big deal, and I know it's a big deal to Caden. And Caden, he had an interesting path where he kind of got thrown into the fire out of nowhere his sophomore year. Has to wait his turn until Brady Driver graduates. He's QB1 now, and just talking to him, hearing what you guys have said about him and kind of his demeanor at practice, he's ready for the moment. He's ready for the challenge, and I think that the guys on the sideline, the guys in the stands, I think they're going to fall behind him and really rally around a guy that can play quarterback for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this camp has been like a really unique experience for us here at Chad's Media. For anyone that doesn't know, we have been doing our own version of Hard Knocks. The first episode aired last week on Friday night, and episode number 2 will air tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And before the pregame show ends, we will let you get a sneak peek at that. But we've gotten to see pretty much every snap of practice, and we've gotten to talk to these guys. And no one has more QB1 energy than Caden Mitchell. I asked him what his individual goals were, and I asked every player that, and they all gave me, I want this many sacks, this many yards. Caden Mitchell said, I want to be the best leader I can be.
Exceptional answer. Right. I mean, that is what you want to hear from your quarterback. Obviously, hey, I want Jackson Hare and Skylar. I want them guys to get 10,000 yards, whatever number they throw out. But to hear your QB1 immediately throw it to, man, I just want people to respect me, and I want to be the best leader and the best teammate I can be. Right. Yeah, that gives me chills. Now, and that's what you want to hear.
I do want to start, again, we only have, 8.5 minutes. And again, they might add more time in between. But for now, that's how much time we have here on the field. I want to, if we can, talk about both sides of the ball. Let's start on offense. I don't know. I think I said this on air, maybe I haven't yet, but this very well might be I think not even arguably. No offense to any of the great seniors we've lost in the last year or two, but I think this is the most talented Sulphur Springs Wildcat team you and I have gotten to see since we started broadcasting games. There's just so many weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
I just see, and I don't disagree with you at all. I think top to bottom, when you look at that receiver room, it's just there's talent everywhere, and so much talent that you've got a guy like Jackson Hare, and maybe people don't know this yet, but a very big highlight in the receiver room in years past. He's now starting running back for the Wildcats, and so when you've got guys that you can plug and play into different spots, you're really reaching into that bank of, hey, we can call this, we can do that, we can spread Jackson out wide, get a linebacker on him, get a mismatch. Just so many opportunities for this offense to succeed.
Dude, it's funny you mentioned that. Obviously, we'll be seeing plenty of it tonight. And again, I've always made fun of people in the past, especially like, being a Cowboy follower. You follow the beat reporters, and they're at camp for 2 days, and they're like, man, this team, they get real fired up about it. I'm doing that about this team. I'm just watching them at practice. I'm like, dude, we look good. But Jackson Hare at the running back position looks like another, they're calling him their version of Christian McCaffrey. Like,
well,
that is what
that's
it's
a good
looked
start.
Like so far.
That is a good start.
That's what it's looked like so far. And then in the receiving room alone, Skylar Lewis, he's got D1 offers. Jamorian Jeffrey is a name, if you aren't already aware of, you will be, and probably by the end of the night tonight. Coach Easley, the wide receiver coach, told us in an interview that he's Skylar's twin, both in the way they look on the field, very similar builds, but very similar styles of game. Obviously, this will be Jamorian's first year on varsity, but he looks really good as well.
And if you ask me, who am I looking forward to watching the most tonight, that would be my answer, because the practices that I've seen, he just goes up and gets it. It doesn't look like he's a rookie to Friday nights. It looks like he's been there and done that. And so I think on the opposite side of a guy that has Power 5 offers, boy, that's going to be nice for Caden Mitchell to throw to.
Yeah, and let's not forget a kid who balled out last year, came out of nowhere for what it felt like to us. Wyatt Watson, he's starting to get college offers of his own. He was incredible last year. Obviously, it's hard to take that and keep that momentum. It's either really easy or really hard to keep that momentum going into another year.
But you don't lose sight of the fact that, yes, he had success. Yes, he played really well. But just playing, getting experience on Friday nights is huge. So coming in to your second full season on varsity is big in itself. That I'm not even considering the weight room, the workouts, all the work he's put in. Just simply experience goes a long way, especially in the receiver room.
Yeah, and we always talk about this being a program where like little kids look up to these guys and want to be Sulphur Springs Wildcats, and he's a great example of a guy that if you keep working hard enough, you might not be there as a freshman or as a sophomore, but like you keep working hard enough, you keep getting better, and you're going to get your chances, and he made the most out of the chances he's got. Can't wait to see what he does this year. Obviously, also an incredible offensive line. You got Vincent Johnson going into his junior year, already multiple D1 offers, including OU, and then the rest of this offensive line is very, very good as well. And name I want you to watch out for, I believe, number 50, Zach Brown. He was a JV junior. He's a senior. It'll be his first year on varsity, but he's just a kid who has worked his butt off and looks very, very good so far.
Well, Tyler, if you ask me what is one word to describe our offensive line, I would say large. It's a big room. You've got size everywhere. Jackson Hare, if I'm a running back running behind the Great Wall of Wildcats, that's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, and let's not forget Keyshawn John as well. He'll be kind of the RB2. I think you're going to see both of them get a lot of snaps at the running back position. We don't have a ton of time before we do go back up to the booth, so I want to quickly talk about the defensive side of the ball. Again, it's really easy to be there at practice every day and get caught up in it, but I think there isn't a weakness on this team. I think if you look at the defensive line, the linebacking core, the secondary, all of them are really, really strong. Who are some of the guys or what you're most excited about for the defense this year?
A guy that I feel like I talk about a lot in years past, and I feel like he's been here for 10 years, is Laren Vaughn. I love the way he plays. It seems like when there's a big play, a big hit to be made, Laren Vaughn is on the scene. And so that would be my first initial reaction.
Yeah, the rest of that linebacker group really strong as well. Alex King, or as I call him, Alex the Intern,
Alex
one of my
the Intern.
favorite kids on earth.
Had a great camp.
Dude, he looks incredible. Alex McCormick is a kid who, even in practice against his own teammates, he's going to knock someone's head off.
Not a man of many words, but he is not scared of contact.
He brings it. TJ Bolden, another good one. On the defensive line, not only does this kid have the coolest name in Texas high school football, he might be the coolest kid in Texas high school football. Truth Holmes, he's already getting D1 offers from UNT.
You always see the lists of the top college names in the country.
You're gonna start seeing him on there.
I think eventually you're going to have Truth Holmes as one of the. I mean, that's just a great defensive name. That's perfect.
And he is a baller. As good as his name is, he's that good of a player. You also have guys like Nathan Andrews coming back on the defensive line, Giovanni Solis, who is a defensive tackle. Him and Truth Holmes there in the middle. I think it's going to be a very good defensive line. And then in the secondary, you have returners like Ty Bobby and Grayson Hardy, but Ty Bobby, it looks like moving to the cornerback position. And it looks like right now the safety duo will be Grayson Hardy kind of stepping into that leadership role with like a Creed Wisenhunt filling in at that other safety spot.
Well, Grayson Hardy and Ty Bobby, that is two great staples in the back end of the defense. Those are guys that you can plug and play whatever with them, and you're going to have a successful unit in the defensive back room.
Yeah, 100%. Again, I don't know how much time they're going to add to this for the warm-up, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of time. Absolute worst case scenario, we'll come back up from the booth and finish the pregame show from there. But you and I talked about it a little bit already. We've been doing Hard Knocks, and for anyone that hasn't seen it, it has been a ton of fun. We've been out at practice every day, getting all kinds of access, not only to seeing every snap of practice, but interviews and all of that. Again, episode number 2 of Hard Knocks will air at 6 p.m. tomorrow night, and I think before we get out of here, we should let y'all get a sneak preview of episode 2 of Hard Knocks. Again, premiering right here on Chad's Media and Front Porch News, 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
I'm an animal.
Ooh.
Hey, Jackson. Hey, guys. I like contact, I'm going to be honest. I like hitting people. My name is Jackson Hare. I'm a running back, and I'm going to be a junior. Transition from a receiver to a running back it's definitely been a challenge, but I'm getting a lot more confident in that role. I mean, whatever the team needs, I'll be there for them, but I'm feeling really good, really confident about it. The goals for this year as a running back, it's a little different than receiver. I haven't really put too much thought into it, but I definitely want to eclipse at least 1,000 all-purpose yards because I'm going to be spread. We're going to be doing a little bit of passing with me. I want to get 10 touchdowns at least. I mean, I've had some mediocre years these past 2 years, and I'm looking for a big one this year.
Since 1927, Alliance Bank has been serving customers throughout North Texas. Our community banking roots run deep, and we are here to serve you. Welcome, my name is Keith Shirtliff, and I am the Market President for Hopkins County. Here at Alliance Bank, we offer all of the products and services you would expect from a large, impersonal national bank, but with the personal service you would expect from a community bank. So give us a call, stop by, or reach out through alliancebank.com. We look forward to serving you.
Whether you're looking for a heavy-duty truck for the ranch, a sports car to fulfill your dreams, or even a minivan to get the kids to football practice, Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge has just what you need. As a part of this community, we're dedicated to serving our hometown with the best selection and exceptional service. Our friendly, knowledgeable team is here to ensure you drive away happy and confident. Come on by today and see why Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge is the trusted choice for your next vehicle.
I'm Erin Neal, the principal agent and owner of Hamby Insurance. I am passionate about serving the local community and the surrounding areas. My goal is to take the hassle out of buying insurance. I want to educate you on what you're buying and help you make an informed decision. Whether it's personal or commercial insurance, my team and I will be here every step of the way to make sure you are getting the satisfaction you need and the coverage you deserve. My promise to you is that we will never hard sell you insurance, use slick sales techniques, or pressure you into making a decision that you're not comfortable with. Call us today at 972-285-0381 to find the best coverage to fit your need. My commitment is to give you unparalleled service, and remember, Hamby helps.
At Bell Concrete Inc., we build more than structures. We build relationships. Our team is dedicated to making your experience enjoyable and hassle-free. With priority service and a smile, your project is our priority. From driveways to commercial, residential, and municipal projects, we deliver the best products and service. Call us today at 903-885-3126 to experience Bell Concrete's commitment to excellence.
Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs. We're redefining the way homes are built. Discover your dream home with us. From modern floor plans to customizable design features, we're here to answer all of your questions and guide you every step of the way. Visit us today and explore our wide range of manufactured or modular home options. Your perfect home is waiting at Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs. Building dreams one home at a time.
to Gerald Prim Stadium, the final scrimmage before we actually get started. Ryan, I'm pumped, dude. It feels – it might be a scrimmage, but it feels like the real deal.
Well, and I alluded to it before the game, but pretty good attendance for a scrimmage, which tells me that next week for the real deal, that Gerald Prim is likely to be rocking.
Offensively, again, we already talked about some of the guys for this season, but tonight specifically, whether you're a quarterback or a coach or whoever, like, what are you hoping to get the most out of tonight? Obviously, final result or final score doesn't probably matter as much. But what are you hoping to see from the offense tonight?
If you followed this broadcast for the first 2 seasons of it, thankfully we're in season 3, but I'm going to start it the same way. I want to see us make the easy plays. If there's a wide open 5-yard out, let's hit it. If there's a easy 7-yard gain up the middle, let's get that. If there's a tip ball up in the air, we can go pick it off. Let's do it. So I just want to see the easy plays be made tonight.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Selfishly, you don't want to see too much from your offense. There's stuff you want to keep for the regular season. But selfishly, I would love to see the duo of Caden Mitchell and Skylar Lewis. Again, they're in the same grade. They've been quarterback and receiver together for years. But I'd love to see that chemistry get rolling, especially get a little momentum between those two going into the season.
Defensively, what I want to see tonight is I just want to see people fly around. Obviously, stay on your assignments. Do everything in the back end correctly. But let's make the most of our opportunity that we're playing against a different team, and let's hit somebody, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm sure. I heard this from Grayson and a few other guys, but like at a certain point, you're ready to hit anyone that's not your own team.
Right, exactly. Lots of thud in fall camp, and you want to take people to the ground. But obviously, those are your brothers, those are your teammates, and we got to stay healthy. That's another thing I want to see tonight is let's get out of this healthy. Love that we're playing on a Thursday night. It gives you that extra day before next Friday. But let's get out of this healthy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you've been pretty lucky so far from a health standpoint. There are a few guys that you're going to be missing for a little bit of time, but for the most part, been pretty healthy. I don't remember any major injuries from the last scrimmage or anything like that. So, like you said, that's focus number 1 tonight, obviously. But I did want to ask, again, talk about how good this defense has looked, not only in practice, but in that first scrimmage. Literally threw a shutout. Even the final touchdown that came against the twos and some of the JV guys, that came with literally 2 seconds on the clock. Is there any – in baseball, spring training, that sort of thing, pitchers kind of have an advantage over hitters. Is there any of that where defense kind of has an advantage early over offense or not? Not really?
No, they have a tremendous advantage. There's so much schematics and so much just this needs to go right. This is a timing thing. And early in the year, it's incredibly normal not to be what you're going to be week 5, week 6 on into deeper in district defensively. Not that there's no X's and O's, but if we're running through people, we're running to the ball with tenacity, you can be successful quickly on defense.
Watching the defense warm up right now, that's another kid that I wanted to mention and bring up, but didn't get the chance to while we were down there. He is wearing number 34. Nathan Andrews has moved from number 34 to number 0. Justin Strickland, also a defensive end, wearing that number 34. And talk about a kid with a just super high motor. He is never not just getting after it. So I think he'll be a fun player to keep an eye on this year. Just a junior, Justin Strickland.
I think the numbers tonight should be pretty good. There might be a couple that are off, but we'll do our best name-wise.
I'm trying my best to, because even Justin on the road, he was in a weird number because I guess his white practice jersey had gotten torn. But in blue, he is number 34 this year.
Yeah, so forgive us tonight if we kind of have some name issues. Obviously, next week we will have that cleared up.
Okay, not to put him on blast, but obviously we mentioned Nathan moving from number 34 to number 0, and he made the good point, going to play at the next level. Going to be a long time before I get to pick my number again. I might as well. If it's you get a number when you're younger, do you at some point move, or it's like, this is my number now?
No,
this is who I am?
I know that I decided in college whenever I got to that point where, I was playing, I was doing all that, I decided whatever number I got, that was going to be my number. And so there'd be no switching from me.
Fair.
But
you never know. I can see either way. Like he said, you're not going to get to pick your number for a long time, so I definitely understand that side of it. Wearing the number 0 that Zach Thomas had made famous here for the last few years. I can't remember any other real number changes. I think for the most part, the guys that returned from last year, they're going to be in that same number that they'd been in. I'm pumped to see Jackson Hare in the running back role tonight.
It's probably the guy I'm looking forward to the most.
He is one of the best interviews I think I've ever had, by the way. You'll see it on Hard Knocks, but just very fun while also like very smart, very not political answers, but like the perfect in between of those two things. Giving you something you actually want to hear.
Just coach speak, man. He's got the Peyton Manning answers going.
Well, his brother, Justin Hare, was maybe the most professional student athlete I've ever covered in my life. He's actually done some games with us here on Chad's Media for basketball, and very professional. The Hare family, just very talented, very professional. You'll love to see it. One of the things we haven't got to talk about tonight, though, maybe the biggest storyline of this year. Again, this is probably the best or most talented Wildcat team we've seen, but also in the best district we've seen.
Oh, no question, and I can't believe that hadn't come up yet. It tells you how focused I am on just, what are we doing tonight, Tyler? But you and I have spent a lot of time kind of dissecting that, looking at it. It's a tough district. There's no two ways about it. Obviously, when you talk to the coaches, when you talk to the players, they're focused on the task at hand, and that's exactly what you want to hear. You and I, however, my playing days are over, so I can look ahead.
Right.
I can talk about whatever I want.
In fact, it's kind of our job to look ahead
exactly.
now.
So I think this district is going to be tough. There's going to be nights that are it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. There's going to be good, there's going to be bad, but I will say that as far as prepared for the playoffs, if we are talented enough, lucky enough to get there, we will be the most prepared for that we've been in our time here at Chad's Media watching the Wildcats.
Yeah, and I will say, talking to Coach Faircloth and Coach Medlock, Coach Page, these are guys that before they were here were part of winning programs, both as players and as coaches, and they have all kind of relayed the sentiment of like, this is probably the furthest along we've been at this point. And that's obviously what you want to hear.
And that's perfectly explainable because it's this coaching staff's third year, and so it's hard. When you come in March or whenever this coaching staff got here, it's hard to get everything in that you want for the following season. There's just not enough time, and so guys that have been in the program since 8th grade or wherever they were at when Coach Faircloth and his guys got here, they're finally now okay. This is just second nature to me. I don't really have to think. I just get to play.
It looks like we're about ready to start, Ron. There's just a little over a minute on the clock. Guys are huddled up, coming back to the sideline. I cannot be more pumped. Second scrimmage, final scrimmage of the year. And I want to make sure everyone watching at home is just aware. As much as this is a scrimmage for them, it is a scrimmage for you and I, producer Corey, all the camera people. This is our scrimmage as well. This is our night to try to perfect them, or try to perfect all the mistakes. But
yeah, and I would say from a color commentating, play-by-play standpoint, scrimmages are tough. There's not necessarily a lot of game management or strategic. We do this because of that. They're what they're doing tonight is getting ready for next week. So there's not going to be any. They're not going to worry about the clock. They're not going to worry. So for us. There's going to be spots that are a little tougher to talk about. Maybe they don't do it what they would normally do in a real game, but
it should be as close to a real game as possible. Though again, that was at a different place, but the scrimmage at Lindell, it was, I believe, the first 3 quarters were
okay.
As it would be in a normal game, and the only difference for the fourth quarter, they had pulled the ones, started to see twos and JVs guys, and it was a running clock for the fourth quarter. So I would expect something similar to that tonight. But before we get started, again, we said we're going to be telling you about all of our incredible advertisers, some that have been returning from the past, some new, some in different roles. And if y'all like the game day posts that you see every Friday, you can thank the good people at Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs, where they're redefining the way homes are built. Discover your dream home with them, from modern floor plans to customizable design features. They're there to answer all of your questions and guide you every step of the way. Visit them and explore their wide range of manufactured or modular home options. Your perfect home is waiting at Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs, building dreams one home at a time. We're ready to roll, Ron.
Here we go, man.
Got Eric Rodriguez back in the kicker position.
I don't anticipate this being a live kickoff, but I am very excited for special teams this year. It gets my chili hots.
Special teams, I don't know if there is a duo out there that appreciates special teams as much as you and I.
Oh man, it's such a huge part of high school football. I mean, so much can go wrong on a game-to-game basis.
You do mention that, and you see it, but like there are going to be
every
games that are
game
won
there's
and
something.
yeah.
I'm telling you, every single game there's something special teams that will happen that will make or break the game for one side or the other.
I believe Eric Rodriguez, a junior this year, just has a boot of a leg. It went kick. I mean, you're going to see touchbacks, but was very good with PATs last year. It started off just a tiny bit shaky, but both of those were blocked, and then he goes on an incredible run of making – I don't remember how many consecutive it was, but he was pretty automatic in the PAT role. Now we're ready. Again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media, where we will be every Friday night from now on at 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right. Probably not going to be live. But
No, it won't be. Just kind of make sure we're in the right spot. Called it, Tyler. Touchback. Yep.
A lot of touchbacks from Eric this year. Here at Front Porch News and Chad's Media, we know the love and support that Alliance Bank has for the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Stop by and see them on the square or use one of their many convenient drive-through services. You can also visit alliancebank.com for all your financial and banking needs. And do you need cash for any upcoming special occasion? If so, D&B Loans is the place to go. They offer personal loans of anywhere from $100 to $3,400. They also have a fully stocked showroom of furniture and appliances available with in-house financing and free local delivery. When you need cash, trust a hometown business. Very excited to have both Alliance Bank and D&B Loans back with us this year. Ryan, you can see it on your screen there. New scoreboard, and I like it. I like it a lot.
I love it. I think Corey and the team did a great job designing that. Very, very Fox.
Yeah.
In NFL Fox.
It's very good. A little play action on the first play of the game. Incomplete.
Now, Tyler, I do want to emphasize one particular player on the Kaufman side. We do have a junior wide receiver, Aljor Miles. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly, but going to be a junior. He has got some pretty major offers, including OU, SMU, Pittsburgh, North Texas, UTSA, Texas State, lots of schools like that. So definitely excited to watch him. Believe he's going to be number 5.
Offer from OU going into your junior year, that's big.
That's pretty big time,
and
SEC.
There is a completed pass for first down up to about the 40. Which, we have one of those of our own. You have Vincent Johnson going into his junior year with
no doubt.
And you think about how highly we talk about Vincent.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he is all that's advertised.
First down of the night gets it up to the 35. 11:47 on the clock. Yeah, I think you're going to be pretty impressed. And something I wanted you to keep an eye on this year, the linebacking duo or trio, whatever it is at any given point, I think all of these guys are so talented that it's going to be just a lot of rotating in and out.
That's what you want, though. That's when you're going to be your freshest, and you get to that fourth quarter, and you're not beat down, and you kind of cycle guys in there, and every year making a play.
There's
Alex King,
the
our boy,
King,
right on cue.
Tackle.
We talked about him in the pregame, and he's making the second tackle of the day.
Love to see it. Yeah, he has made – a lot of these guys have, but he has made huge improvements from when we saw him this time, especially this time like a year ago. A lot of improvements. Going to be the case with a lot of those guys. Giovanni Solis there on the kind of him and Truth Holmes and those in the interior defensive line. They're going to be tough for opposing teams.
Like you said, Tyler, you do have Ty Bobby. Looks like he is at corner, which obviously last year he was safety. But looks like he's going to be corner.
Mm-hmm. Pass is completed. We're going to have another first down, Ryan, and he is gone.
That's almost certainly going to be blocking the back, Tyler.
Yeah, multiple flags thrown over there. Ty Bobby chasing him down and making the tackle.
Didn't need it either. They had already gotten the first down. It was looking like a really great screen call, but that ball, that's coming back.
And again, it's a scrimmage for all of us, man. Saw one of those in the Lindell game last week for the Wildcats, and the coaching staff let the officiating crew know how they felt about it.
Oh, yeah? Well, the guy on the 25-yard line, actually a pretty good throw, about a 15-yard flag throw. He saw it, so that's good. Goodness gracious, Tyler! Do you remember opening night last year? It was,
Yes.
it was the longest game of my broadcast career. Now it's only 2 years into my broadcast career, but I can assure you that will be the longest game.
I have a hard time believing.
I could do this for 30 years, and I promise that night at Jacksonville will be the longest game I've ever called.
Especially without there being any like weather delay
There
or
were
anything.
700
Yeah.
penalties. Everything was a penalty.
I went back and looked at the like the runtime from that episode or that broadcast, and man, it was. I mean, I think it was well over.
It had to be over 3.5.
mark.
Yeah,
I think
3.5.
it was,
yeah. Gosh.
So that will make it 2nd and 1. Is that what we're saying? The clock is telling me 1st and 1. The sideline telling me 2nd.
I don't know.
Either
what
way,
the, I
they
don't.
need a
I,
yard.
it's.
Oh, not
There we
going to
go.
get it this time though. Laren Vaughn, the man you mentioned earlier, he's there on the tackle. We've got a number of guys over there. At number 38, Blaine Allen, Jr. He's another kid you're going to want to keep an eye on. He's looked very good in practice. Believe he was a very good power lifter, and he's looked really good in practice so far. I think he may have been the first person in on that tackle, but a number of guys. You've got him and Strickland as your ends, Solis and Holmes as the tackles. Third and 3, 3rd and 4, and they are going to complete the pass and get the first down, keep the drive going. So I haven't crossed it yet, but getting close to the 50. Yeah, now you got Alex McCormick in there. Zay Godbolt. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of rotating with those linebackers.
Tyler, I'd be interested to know how long the quarterback for Kaufman. Again, no numbers, so I don't know the kid's name, but I'd be interested to know how long he's been the starting quarterback. He looks very comfortable back there. He controls the offense really well.
Got 2 to his left. Play action rolling out to the left. Godbolt quick to make the contact and bring him down. So it's going to be a gain about 5 there. Yeah, they've had him roll out both directions.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks comfortable for sure.
Got to assume they're going to dial up Wilson at some point. See the replay here.
Is it tough to roll out that way and having to?
I'll tell you, I was actually going to comment on that. I threw better rolling to the left because I had to do everything correctly because it was awkward, and so I seemed to mechanics wise I was a better quarterback rolling to the left, whereas to the right I kind of got baseball-y, kind of just tried to strong arm it.
Sometimes it'd sell from you.
Obviously, they're very confident in this kid's ability to do both.
So now 2nd and 7, 9:03 left here in the first. Already working
the first one. There we go.
Already. Again, play action. Looking deep.
Right on cue, Tyler.
And there is a late flag.
Oh, man, Tyler.
I was curious to see if it was going to get thrown or not.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure that I agree with the PI.
The East Texas Physical Therapy replay. By the way, I do want to tell you more about them in just 1 second. New in the replay advertiser role. But I will let you dissect that before I do.
Yeah, right there. They're talking about his eyes. He's not playing the ball. He's kind of just shooting his hands, looking at the receiver's eyes instead of looking up to the ball, and that's probably where the flag is coming from. You see how I slid in the new the John Madden marker?
I wanted to ask you, not only have you mentioned as a wish list thing the Telestrator being something from the day you started broadcasting games with us, but I know you'd have to go back to like 7-year-old Ryan wanting to be broadcasting a game, getting to use a Telestrator. How did the first time feel?
It felt pretty good, and if it's going to be an ask and you shall receive situation, Tyler, I'm going to start asking for a lot more.
Wish, huh?
But yes, no, that's going to be a really neat feature for us this year. Corey obviously does a fantastic job with the replays, and hopefully Tyler and I can kind of dissect some plays for you guys, whether it's a penalty, whether it's, hey, this broke free because of this, whatever it may be. We're definitely excited about that feature.
Producer Corey Hankins does an incredible job with all of that, and I wanted to get into that. We'll get into that when we've got a little bit of time. I've got some stuff I want to say about Corey, but 1st and 10 from the 35. Alex McCormick wrapping him up, and I'm telling you, if he can make a tackle, he's going to. I got to find out what his pregame hype music is.
Alex McCormick's?
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
NBA Youngboy.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Get you pumped up before
I like
the game.
it. I like it.
2nd and 8 from the 34, the 33.
Hey, the pregame music, that is a vital part
It
to
is.
the I guess the getting in the right spot for a big game.
I was up here listening to my Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Ready.
Oh yeah.
2nd and 8. Ty Bobby.
Great cover.
Oh.
Tyler.
He's going to get a flag.
The replay logo looks fantastic.
Love it.
Let's see here. Not sure about that one.
Ryan, I told you I wanted to tell the people about, again, East Texas Physical Therapy. They are now our replay advertiser. They're back with us for another year, and I want to tell you about them. They are a provider of physical therapy and rehabilitative services in Sulphur Springs. After a visit to East Texas Physical Therapy, each patient will know what it means to have service beyond excellence, and they hope that you will return to their facility for all your rehab needs. East Texas Physical Therapy, treatment you need, care you deserve. And again, huge thank you to them for picking up the replay. It's a fun spot to have. I think we're going to be utilizing the replay a good bit this year.
Tyler, long drive here. It's going to be first down.
If I told you they had only taken 4 minutes off the clock, would you have believed me?
No. I guess time-wise it hadn't been too long, but.
You may have jinxed us.
Right.
Might be in for another Jacksonville. Quick pass. And a good
Great
game
blocking outside.
Grayson Hardy making the tackle.
Good to see the D1 talent for Kaufman getting out and blocking. Our coaches used to say, no block, no rock.
I like that.
No block, no rock. You got to block when the ball is in your area. Got to help your boys out.
By the way, a little look at the secondary. Again, we've talked about Ty Bobby in the corner spot. It looks like Gio going to be playing a lot of that other corner role, and Grayson Hardy and Parker Wisenhunt as the two safeties. So
Creed Wisenhunt.
Creed, I'm so sorry, Creed.
Got to get you out of the basketball move, Tyler.
I'm so sorry, Creed.
Related, don't worry. They're brothers, but.
I will not let it happen again, I promise. I promise. It's scrimmage for all of us. Larry Vaughn wrapping them up inside the 5, or they're going to call that the
Interesting that Kaufman has gone under center a couple times in this drive.
So now it'll be 1st and goal from the 8. 7:40 left here in the first. Got Grayson Hardy and Creed Wisenhunt as the safety. 10 on the play clock. The give on 1st down, and a number of Wildcats back there. Bring them down for a loss of 2 or 3.
Let them all through right there. That was.
Yeah, you got both of your line. I mean,
that's not what you want to see. If I'm the running back, it's too many blue shirts. Too many blue shirts.
So 2nd and goal from the 11. Now 10 on the play clock. 7:03.
Probably looking at a pass here.
And we are. Good coverage there from Grayson Hardy, but it's just an even better pass. Good placement. And that's our first score of the night.
That's tough. That's a tall ask. I mean, you got a guy with
literally.
I mean, yeah. Obviously, very talented receiver. We heard good things about him coming into this one, and again, definitely as good as advertised.
So we've seen a number of penalties tonight, but I think all defensively. I don't know that we've seen any off. Oh, no, there was a block in the back. Either way, that'll make it a 7-0 lead for Kaufman with 6:57 left here in the first. And gives me an opportunity to tell you more about some of our advertisers this year, whether it be new or returning. We have a returning one, but in the same exact role even, and that is our Red Zone advertisers. It's the good people over at Bell Concrete, where they treat their clients like family. For over 70 years, they've delivered the finest ready-mix concrete, sand, and aggregate. Their friendly staff ensures your project is completed with care and a smile. With locations in Sulphur Springs, Greenville, Mount Pleasant, and Anna, they're here for you. Call them today at 903-885-3126 and experience the Bell Concrete difference. Also want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at J. Hodge Chevrolet. They have the most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. Their knowledgeable sales staff is ready to help you find the car of your dreams. They invite you to go visit them out on Wildcat Way to see their dedicated team and see what makes them the most awarded dealership with the most awarded vehicles. So this will be Ryan Humphreys and a lot of the people watching tonight on our broadcast or here at the Prim. First live look at the Wildcats offense this year. Skylar Lewis and Wyatt Watson again return men this year. Maybe some Jackson
No, I think
Hare
that's
as
I think that's Jackson Hare there. I do see Wyatt.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
you are correct.
Gotcha. Well, that's an intimidating 2.
It is. Anytime Jackson Hare returns a kick, there is a more than 0 chance that he's going to.
I'll be honest. If that's the 2 that we're putting back there and I'm the opposing team, there's no way I'm kicking it to them. I'm pooching it all night.
Got to pray I have a strong enough leg for some touchbacks or something.
Yeah.
Or like you said, pooch. I mean, if I get it to the 30,
I'm not kicking it. Not kicking it to that. Again, not live,
yeah.
but I'm telling you, that's a bad idea.
You don't want to do that in a regular season?
And if teams are going to do that early on in the season, they will not later in the season. But I can't wait to find out.
So the first look at the Wildcat offense looking like got Skylar and Wyatt as the 2 receivers on the other side. Number 21, Isaac Ray, kind of
that B-back,
yeah.
H-back, whatever you want to call it.
And it is a give to Jackson Hare on the first snap of the game. Ryan.
It's a good start, Tyler.
It is a great start. We said we wanted to see Jackson Hare as the running back. One play.
It looked like Christian McCaffrey to me.
Now, we do have a lot of extracurricular on the other sideline. We've got a helmet off. We've got a flag, so we'll see what comes of that. But so far, 1 snap, 75-yard rushing touchdown.
That is about 100 yards away from the play.
At least 100 yards away from the play.
But not to take away from that, that is absolutely massive play to open up the home Just the home stadium. The 2024 first offensive snap was Jackson Hare for about 75. That's massive.
I think we're going to see a number of yards and a number of touchdowns from Jackson Hare this year. And again, I mean, he was an all-district receiver last year, so you expect he's going to get some catches out of the backfield. A lot of all-purpose yards on the way. We'll see. Of course, you and I are not going to get to it, but luckily we have our official interpreter here, Ryan Humphreys.
My guess is it's going to be after the play, probably offsetting. I didn't see it enough. Again, it was 100 yards away from the play, so I'm not looking at it. But my guess is they're going to call that after the play on both sides.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, personal foul, defense, personal foul, offense. Those penalties will offset. Touchdown's good. Okay, there we go.
Again, the official interpreter, Ryan Humphreys. I thought you were going to give you a kick, a snap, hold. It's good.
Oh man, Tyler! Again, it's a scrimmage. Hey, it's a scrimmage for everyone. I wasn't prepared for the good snap, good hold, good kick.
It is. We've got a tie game, 7-7, 6:41 left here.
I won't miss it again.
That was my fault.
I won't miss it again. No, I wasn't even thinking about it. I won't miss it again though. Scrimmage for everyone.
While we've got a second, a new friend of ours I could tell you about is the good people over at Revamped Aesthetics. They are a locally owned med spa offering a number of services to help you achieve your individual aesthetic goals. If you've been waiting or wanting to try aesthetic treatments, now's the perfect time because they are now offering a Toxin Tuesday, where all Tox is $10 a unit on the first Tuesday of each month. Tox Tuesdays will be offered at the Sulphur Springs location, and that will start on September 3rd. So that's coming up right around the corner. Also, we won't have one tonight, I don't think, but the player of the game chain is back thanks to the good people at the Way Bible Church, and they want to extend an invitation to everyone to join them on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m. and also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At the Way, they're all about experiencing life change. They have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join them at the Way Bible Church to embark on a journey of transformation together.
Well, I think after one offensive snap, Jackson Harris got the chain locked up. A lot of football left to be played, and I know we're not giving that tonight, but very impressive. And again, that's a guy that in the pregame show, you and I are just – I mean, we're getting – it just makes me excited thinking about how special he can be at running back.
I would think over the course of a 10-plus game season, there's a pretty good chance you're going to see Jackson Harris wearing that player of the game chain at some point.
Well, in 10-plus games, I'll say 10-plus touchdowns for Jackson Harris.
So that's another thing I wanted to point out. Obviously, I was mentioning, a great running back, and we know he can be a great pass catcher, but he also returns. I mean, the number of all-purpose yards he could end up putting up this year.
I'm sure he can throw, too. Why stop there? Let's
right. Let's just do a little bit of all of it.
Let's go a little double pass action.
Oh, he's also the punter, by the way. Or he has punted in practice.
This guy does it all.
And he really does.
He's Taysom Hill.
He is Taysom. Just does a little bit of all of it. It's funny, I believe he was first team all-district last year, but when we were talking to him, he acted, we asked him about goals and that sort of thing, and he acted like he was disappointed with the year he had, which I understand from a statistic standpoint.
He had some injuries, though.
He did,
yeah.
And, it was a really strong freshman year, so I guess you have a certain goal in mind. But
he kind of dealt with the high ankle sprain for a good portion of the entire season. And obviously that hurts anybody, but good to see him back healthy. Obviously showed the speed there.
That's the kind of player you want, though. You want someone that has a good year and to be like, no, that wasn't enough. I need to be better. A little pre-snap motion. And they do give it to the man in motion. Ty Bobby doing a good job wrapping up there. I mean, you let him get by you. He could have been gone.
Kaufman does a great job of blocking on the perimeter. They kind of the way they kind of siphon people into the middle of the field so that they can get that outside edge is they do a good job with that.
So one play of this drive, a 12-yard gain. It's going to make it 1st and 10 from the 37. 6:34 left here in the first quarter. 2 to his right, 1 to his left, but it's a give. Grayson Hardy trying to find him. And there's Laren Vaughn, wrapping him up. Did I just try to call Laren Vaughn Lauren Hill? That was
I'm ready to see Big Truth Holmes make a play.
Me too. He has been a ton of fun to be around at camp this year. He couldn't be just a better kid. And we asked him how he felt about his performance at the first scrimmage. He said the team was very good. He said, but me personally, I need to be better than that.
Great answer.
Again, that's exactly what you want to hear.
Everybody's got the right frame of mind right now. It's right where you want to be on August 21st.
Also, he gave us a heads up. I believe
August
his
22nd,
birthday is week 2 at Greenville, and he told us he's coming for the player of the game chain that night. So something to keep an eye out for. 2nd and 10. Dropping back deep.
There's another screen.
Asking you shot. I spoke too early. That's my bad.
That's commentator's curse right there.
It's a scrimmage for all of us.
You just can't go saying things like that, Tyler.
That's my bad.
Hey, great run after the catch by the running back there for Kaufman. Obviously, that's the second screen they've run.
So I jinxed that, but I think what we've learned is if Ryan Humphreys has a wish into a microphone, it tries to come true.
And it's been us before. It's not always positive. Not always positive, so I got to be careful.
Yeah, you and I have been on both the positive and negative end of that. But 1st and 10 from the 49, 5:14 left here in the first quarter. Play action. Sully's trying to get there. Looking deep again. Through the contact, doesn't matter. 51-yard touchdown.
Mr. Wilson is good at football, Tyler. He's a good football player. Obviously, that is very apparent. Quarterback scrambles. Gio gets in the backfield quickly. And when in doubt, I'm guessing just throw it up to 5 for Kaufman. They're going to do that play a lot this year. And I don't think bad coverage by Ty Bobby right there. The receiver just kind of waited on an underthrown. The underthrown deep ball is the toughest ball
for sure.
For a corner to cover. Because A, you're probably going to get a pass interference. You always do. Or B, if they do catch it, I'm now going one direction, and they're they're immediately going towards the end zone. So it's just a tough play.
4:55 left in the first. Kaufman lead 14-7.
At East Texas Physical Therapy, we cater to your needs, from our geriatric clientele to the athlete returning to sport. As therapists, we rely on the latest research and strength and conditioning principles, from blood flow restriction and dry needling to safe progression of running using our anti-gravity treadmill. We perform sport-specific testing and use evaluative measures to determine safe return to your sport, whether it's practice or game time. East Texas Physical Therapy, treatment you need, care you deserve.
Welcome to Bell Concrete, Inc., where we treat our clients like family. For over 70 years, we've delivered the finest ready-mixed concrete, sand, and aggregate. Our friendly staff ensures your project is completed with care and a smile. With locations in Sulphur Springs, Greenville, Mount Pleasant, and Anna, we're here for you. Call us today at 903-885-3126 and experience the Bell Concrete difference.
14-7, Kaufman lead, 4:55 left in the first as we get ready for a second look at the Wildcat offense.
Tyler, 14-7 here, but time of possession is way in favor of Kaufman.
I also want to make the point, I asked you, how much of an advantage does defense have early, and we haven't seen a stop on either,
offense,
team yet.
Offense is looking great on both ends.
We'll see if the Wildcats can keep that trend going. Before we do, I want to tell you about the dedicated team at Amethyst Healthcare. They offered skilled nursing and therapy services to ensure the well-being of their patients. Visit amethysthc.com to learn more about how they can support you and your loved ones. Amethyst Healthcare, first-class care in the comfort of your own home. Also, are you having problems finding comfort in your own space? Let A&S find a perfect solution for your heating and cooling needs. They've been providing affordable heating and AC repair for over 30 years. So again, going to be Jackson Hare in the backfield. And here's a kid, Ryan, I want to point out to you in the B-back role. Quinn Harris. He is a sophomore tight end. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Yes, Quinn Harris, number 27. He had worn a different number in practice, but another great run there. Ball is out.
Obviously, I love the second effort. Obviously, you want to stay up as long as you can, but you do have to be careful. They're holding you up. You've got 3 or 4 different guys punching at that ball, and so that gets – you kind of want to get down at some point.
Yeah, Jackson Hare, he is going to fight for every yard he can.
Absolutely.
Love to see the fight there. Ryan, next drive, hopefully, I'll get to tell you about the sophomore tight end, Quinn Harris. He looks like he could be a beast. But
I kind of blame you right there, Tyler. You said that the defense had been slow on both sides.
All right, you're right.
And then we get a turnover.
You're right.
So maybe it's you this year and it's not me.
It looks
I don't know.
I'm not off to a great start.
I don't know. Tyler, Kaufman.
I'm trying to learn from mistakes tonight, by the way.
Kaufman, they're going to start their season next week against Rusk.
Okay.
But I do find it interesting that they also, on their schedule, they have Lake Dallas in September. They've got Poteet in October, and they've got Greenville in November. So a couple similar opponents that we're going to see on the Sulphur Springs schedule too.
So Kaufman starting this one on the 38. Looking to pass. Ball is deflected by Alex McCormick. Going to be incomplete. And I love seeing McCormick in coverage. We know he can stop the run. We know he can blitz, get to a quarterback. Seeing him making a play in coverage
He's kind of in that Tampa 2 area. Obviously, middle of the field looks really good from the quarterback, but if you don't throw it high, and if you throw it too high, this guy's going to get it. You throw it low, Alex McCormick's going to tip it. And what we used to say in college is tips and overthrows, got to have those. And so when you do get a linebacker tip, you want to punch that ball up in the air, and a guy like Grayson Hardy hopefully comes down with it and returns it.
Kind of a bunch that over to the left. A toss. And he's wrapped up quickly for a loss of 3 or 4 there.
We're doing a good job in the backfield on those runs where we're getting TFLs. It's not just one guy making the play. I feel like we've got 4 blue shirts on it. Little blue, blue barrage-ish. Maybe it's coming back. I saw a T-shirt out in the wild the other day, and I thought, I never got my royalties from that.
Oh, you saw a Blue Barrage T-shirt?
I saw a blue. They're still making them.
Are they really?
They're still making them.
So I will say, again, we talked about earlier, I think this defense, specifically the front four, the front seven, I mean, they at least earned the title of Blue Barrage, if not a name of their own. So.
It'll come to us, Tyler. It's got to be natural.
3rd and 12 from the 40, rolling out.
Just make a play. There we go.
Alex McCormick in on the tackle, and that will force 4th down.
Again, this kind of goes back to it's not a real game, and so I don't know what the coaching staff is thinking. This is very go for it on 4th down territory. I'm going for it from here. It's not really in high school field goal range. Really no reason to punt. And so 4th and 5-ish.
Yeah, 4th and 5 from the
32, I'm going for it.
Yeah. And Kaufman actually going to take a timeout, it looks like. 3:13 left in the first quarter, our first timeout of the night.
I'm Josh Boatman, your local and trusted insurance agent. With a family of my own, I understand the importance of protecting the ones that matter most. I understand that no two families need the same coverage. That's why I will make sure to customize plans to fit your specific needs. From home, auto, farm and ranch, commercial, and especially life insurance. No matter the age, life insurance is one of the most important coverages that you have to protect your family. If you can protect your home and auto, why not yourself or your family?
3:13 left here in this first quarter. It's 4th and 5 from the 32. And you and I had a conversation off air the other day, but like in this general range, inside the 40, for sure inside like the 35, if it's 4th and 5, 4th and 6, like, yeah.
I'm going for it.
Go for it.
And my guess right here, the first play call guess of the year, I'm rolling out to the left, giving myself a couple runs, couple pass options.
He's been good doing that. Play action. Gets rid of it quickly. He's got a man wide open. Completes it and gets it inside the 10 for a 1st and goal situation. It's going to be their 3rd trip inside the red zone, I believe.
I should have said, let's just throw it to 5.
I wasn't expecting play action on 4th and 5, though.
Kind of a silly play action if you're thinking about it. Probably not going to run there. No shot of running there, really.
Right.
But
either way, it makes it 1st and goal from the 9.
But if you play action and that linebacker hesitates even half a second, then it's worth it because now he's not getting over to maybe where number 5 is settling down.
Now going back under center.
Kind of a flex bone look. Not set there, I don't believe.
I will make a reference to it probably once a week around, but I was not super familiar with the flex bone until College Football 25 came out. Got a number of flex bone.
I know both of us have gotten our money's worth with College Football 25.
And we like to update each other on what we're doing. Like, we're texting at midnight. Like, dude, I just took a new job going to TCU.
Just took a new job. Yeah, Tyler just accepted a job at TCU. I just won a national championship at Georgia, so we're both thriving.
1st and goal from the 14, dropping back. Truth Holmes trying to get there. Kind of that screen pass again. Tackle from McCormick and Vaughn there.
Quarterback does a great job on those screens of letting, because obviously Truth Holmes, he just sees red jersey, I'm going to go and attack. But the quarterback does a great job of kind of getting those guys to get as close to him as possible and then dumping it off to the running back.
Which did, I mean, I got to say, you start off, it was going to be 1st and goal from about the 9. You take the false start, that moves you back. You get back to the 9 or the 8 on that 1st down. I mean, you're on track, I feel like. Literally cut it in half. It's 2nd and goal from the 7. Just 1:42 left here in the first quarter. Grayson Hardy trying to get there. He's going to beat him around the corner, though, and he's going to score from the 7. But a late flag is thrown.
It's kind of in the area of holding. Yeah. The defense seems to think it's holding. Offense knows that it's holding.
No man's land. I don't know. Offense knows it's holding. Okay.
Yeah. They're staying on the field, I should say.
That's fair.
So that is going to make it happen in the end zone. So
there you go.
I guess they're saying it happened on the 1. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 11, it appears.
It's an offense that hadn't really committed a ton of penalties so far tonight. Now a couple here in the red zone. Play clock down to 7. They're going to have to get it off in time. Play action, rolling out. He's going to get in there. There's the third score of the night for Kaufman. With still 1 minute left here in the first quarter. It's 21 first quarter, or 20 right now, first quarter points. But
third score of the night for Wilson as well.
I think he's going to have
a big year.
It's on track for it. It is good. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Kaufman leading now 21-7.
I'm Josh Boatman, your local and trusted insurance agent. With a family of my own, I understand the importance of protecting the ones that matter most. I understand that no two families need the same coverage. That's why I will make sure to customize plans to fit your specific needs. From home, auto, farm and ranch, commercial, and especially life insurance. No matter the age, life insurance is one of the most important coverages that you have to protect your family. If you can protect your home and auto, why not yourself or your family?
Triple Crown Roofing, your local roofing experts with a dedicated team and extensive experience. From repairs to complete roofing systems, we offer competitive prices and free consultations. Specializing in commercial and residential roofing, we provide the highest quality craftsmanship and customer care. Contact Triple Crown Roofing today. Triple Crown Roofing. Roofing done right.
Still 1 minute left in the first quarter. Kaufman leading 21-7. And Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we've only seen 2 offensive plays from the Sulphur Springs Wildcats.
2 offensive snaps.
A 75-yard rushing touchdown from Jackson Hare, and then a fumble. 2 offensive snaps. We're going for our third drive of the night. Before we do, I want to tell you about our friends over at Triple Crown Roofing. They are your local roofing experts with a dedicated team and extensive experience. From repairs to complete roofing systems, they offer competitive prices and free consultation. Specializing in commercial and residential roofing, they provide the highest quality craftsmanship and customer care. Contact Triple Crown Roofing today. Triple Crown Roofing, roofing done right.
I'd be willing to bet that this is a pass here. Let's at least see Caden Mitchell throw 1 ball tonight.
In the first, yeah, we'll get
in the
one
first
pass
quarter.
off in the first
We'll
quarter.
get one.
Got to believe Jamorian and Wyatt on the other side. Skylar on this side, and he finds Skylar Lewis on a little slant for a gain of 8 or 9. And I would love to see that, especially early in a game. If I can get him something quick, a slant like that, I would love to just get the ball in Skylar Lewis's hands.
He needs to touch the ball early in the game.
Before 28 points are scored.
Exactly. But obviously early and often as you can for a guy like that. But you want to get the pads loose. Let's get a little bit of adrenaline going. Mm-hmm. You want to get your guys the rock.
2nd and 1, play action. And he finds Jamorian.
Well, like clockwork, Tyler. We have a Jackson Harris 75-yard touchdown,
Yep.
And then our 2 receivers that we spent a lot of time talking about, Skylar and Jamorian. So I guess that means Wyatt Watson's next.
Again, for anyone because, this is his first varsity experience. So if you don't know the name Jamorian Jeffrey, I have a feeling you're going to be pretty familiar with it pretty quickly. Yeah. First down at the 49, just 7 seconds left on the clock for this first quarter.
He certainly looks the part.
Yeah, he's looked very good so far through camp. They get the snap off quickly at the Skylar. He was met and wrapped up immediately. So I'd do it for the first quarter here at Gerald Prim. Kaufman leading 21-7.
Welcome to Jackson Dental, where we prioritize your smile. Meet Dr. Jenner Jackson, a hometown Wildcat turned dentist, dedicated to continuing the legacy of excellence started by his father, Dr. Phil Jackson, over 35 years ago. At Jackson Dental, we offer a range of services from routine checkups to advanced treatments, all delivered with a commitment to your comfort and well-being. Our friendly team is here to ensure you have a positive dental experience. Schedule your appointment today and discover the exceptional care with Dr. Jenner Jackson at Jackson Dental.
So, Ryan, it's only what feels like an hour later, but we have completed the first quarter of action here in this scrimmage. 21-7. Wildcats now have a 2nd and 10 from the 49, though. I was going to ask how you feel about the first quarter, but you saw 4 snaps, so I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Hard to say.
Does look like we're bringing Deuce Hall onto the field.
And you mentioned someone being like a Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
This kid.
I was going to say sophomore QB, but we're not going to see him at QB here. We're going to see him at running back.
And last week we saw him at wide receiver.
Receiver, yeah. Obviously, gadget guy, and I don't want to give anything away, but go ahead and put me down for at least 2 trick play touchdowns this year.
I would agree with that. I wouldn't take the under on it.
I don't know. One and a half over under trick play touchdowns involving Deuce Hall.
I'm not taking the under. I'll say that. 2nd and 9. Caden looking towards Skylar. Instead, he's going to have to run. Gets the first down. Obviously just going to blow that dead. Where did they blow it dead, though?
Yeah, they've got the
they have it backwards.
Got the markers backwards.
That threw me off.
I think it's actually 2nd and 9 or 3rd and 9. Yeah, it is 3rd and 9.
Oh, you are correct. Yes.
They have them backwards.
So they said right at about the line of scrimmage. So it is going to stay at 3rd and 9.
Yeah. It's always
That's
tricky.
why I had it backward.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's always tricky in scrimmages.
So 3rd and 9 from the 49. Looking for Wyatt. Got him. Wyatt Watson with his first catch and first down of the night. But a flag on the far side of the field. And another late flag.
I'm not sure what the first flag is. The second flag is almost certainly going to be on Skylar Lewis. Whether he started or not, the second guy's always going to get the flag. That's kind of the rule of thumb.
This might very much be a result of just excited to play against.
Yeah, again, they haven't played against anybody new all month except last week at Lindale. Now, I will say, let's get all that out now,
for sure.
because those are the what's the word? Those are things that you can control.
Right.
There's going to be penalties on Friday night that, man, I didn't mean to hold him. I didn't mean to get the pass interference. Those things that you can control are after the play.
So we're actually going this way, right?
Okay. That's probably the first penalty then.
It probably is. I would have sent it all the way up to the
if they did it correct. I don't know. I don't know the call, but one could be during the play, which would then move it up. But then after the play, if you called it on Skylar, you'd move it back, and it'd be first down. Again, no idea what they're calling here. We have no audio, but that is something that we can control, and we've got to keep our heads. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. 1st and
10 from the 24. They give to Jackson Hare. Jackson Hare working it inside the 10, and for the first time tonight, we are in the Bell Concrete red zone.
We also can't lose our best player because of something silly. Let's. Great run by Jackson Hare there. And obviously, very athletic, very, very fast, but very strong. I mean, he's gonna. You see it right there. The power. He's not just a speed back, not just a receiving back, but kind of laid the boom there.
First and goal from the 9. Our first trip inside the Bell Concrete red zone tonight. Quick pass, just not able to bring it in.
I do like the RPOs early.
I was going to ask if that's an RPO.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
cool. He's looking at the safety, I assume, and obviously you got a guy like Skylar. Okay, he can win on the inside. If that safety gets out of the way, he's pulling it down and throwing it out.
I don't remember seeing a ton of RPOs last year. Maybe I'm misremembering.
You ran a lot of read option last year. Brady, obviously very gifted runner. And so, I'm not saying we never had RPOs, but tons of read option.
With that, and especially here down in the red zone, you're looking at a lot of Brady Bulls and stuff.
Oh, man, Brady Bulls. That play batted about 980.
Second and goal from the 9. They give to Keyshawn John. And a big gain there. Gets it up to the 4.
Keyshawn John. That's a great name, too.
It is. And Coach Mo, he'll fill in for us sometimes. He has told me a nickname for Keyshawn. It's Keyshawn Not So Lil John.
Okay, yeah. I like it. Now, Keyshawn John.
I couldn't take credit for that. I had to make sure Coach Mo gets the credit for it. But, we got to see a little bit of him last year, especially in the community game. He had a great game. And I think just having him as that second back with Jackson, he's solid.
Okay, so we did allude to it, but no Caden Mitchell here. Looks like it's going to be Deuce.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout with 10:14 left here in the second.
At the Gypsy Willow, every order is a masterpiece. From start to finish, we offer personalized attention, keeping you informed every step of the way. Whether you bring your own designs or work with our in-house graphic designers, we make it seamless. With no minimums and unlimited colors, explore endless possibilities at no extra cost. Our industry-trained team ensures perfection in every print. At the Gypsy Willow, each order isn't just a print, it's the beginning of a story. Your story.
Third and goal from the 4, Ryan. 10-11 left in the first half, and you were talking about it before the timeout. We have the same look here. You've got Deuce and Keyshawn as your backfield duo right now.
Are we going to call this, for the time being, I think we call this a Wildcat package?
I think so, yeah.
We do a good job at naming things, and I think that nothing is more appropriate than the Wildcat package here.
Deuce keeping it. Spotted about the 1.
Short, yep.
I say run it back. 4th and goal from the 1. It looks like they're ready to run it back. He does. Keeps again. And they bring him down right at the 1 run.
I think he's short, Tyler. Nothing jumped out at me that he got it. And great stand by the line defense.
If you told me you get 2 shots running that package, running that play inside the 4, I would have guessed you find the end zone, you know what I mean? So that is a great stand by Kaufman there.
And it's good to see. Obviously, that's something that can be effective for us. We've seen it in the past with Brady Bulls. This can be similar. I do think when, obviously Deuce is a very dynamic player, you start getting into motions, you start getting into fakes. Obviously, he has the ability to throw the ball, so there's lots. That's something that you don't want to show too much of.
Right.
Because I do think there can be success out of that Wildcat package. But
yeah,
great
it's
stand by
finding the
Kaufman
balance
there.
of like we don't want to show too much, but we do want him getting the reps, getting that experience.
We got to see it.
So,
we got to see if we can do it. And so, yes.
So with 9:49 left in the first half, Kaufman will take over with 99 yards to go. Before they do, I want to tell you about Jackson Dental. They're proud to introduce Dr. Jenner Jackson, a hometown Wildcat turned dentist, dedicated to continuing the legacy of excellence started by his father, Dr. Phil Jackson, over 35 years ago. I will tell you more in just one second. Ryan.
Oh, man. They're not going to give him the safety, but it was close.
It was very close. They are going to call that at the 1. Again, at Jackson Dental, they offer a range of services from routine checkups to advanced treatments, all delivered with a commitment to your comfort and well-being. Their friendly team is there to ensure you have a positive dental experience. Schedule your appointment today and discover the exceptional care with Dr. Jenner Jackson at Jackson Dental. One of my oldest friends in the world. Dr. Jenner Jackson.
There you go.
Shout out. So, yeah, like you said, they're going to call that just right back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 from the 1. 10 on the play clock. And he's taking that snap about midway through the end zone. A little pistol look, I guess. Incomplete.
Miscommunication there. Tyler, really Kaufman here, their goal is we spent a lot of time working on this, but you want to get 1 first down. And, because obviously going 99 yards is not super realistic, but if you can get 1 first down, you can hopefully, if you don't get another first down, you can at least punt it to midfield and give your defense a little bit of a cushion. But if you don't get that first down, number one, the punter doesn't want to catch the ball from the end line. Number two,
pretty much just have to put your heels on it. And
if he does get the ball and you punt it to a guy like Skylar Lewis, he's catching it at the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
That's something that can definitely be returned.
So play action on 3rd and 10, looking deep. Grayson Hardy over here. And he's got it, Ryan. Grayson Hardy, who I don't know if you remember, but last year 2 or 3 times he had a pick that fell through his hands. He made sure to grab that one.
Yes, great play there. Let's see it.
And I think you're going to see a lot of this from the Wildcat defense this year. I think you're going to see them forcing turnovers. I think you're going to see some picks.
Yeah, and great job here in coverage. You've got Galloway. He's kind of staying beneath Wilson here. He knows that he's got help on top. Boom. Grayson makes a play.
Grayson Hardy taking over kind of a leadership role as the most veteran safety on this team now, and in his first game at the Prim, bringing in the pick. Love to see it. So the Wildcats will get a chance to take over right at the 50. Still 21-7. 8:58 left here in the first half. And I don't know how long. So at Lindale last week, they actually did have a 10 or 15-minute halftime. I'm not sure how much we'll get tonight, but we will. If they allow us to have a halftime show, and we will tell you who that's brought to you by. Just 1 second. Caden trying to escape the pressure there. No one comes up with that. There is a flag.
Honestly, I'll tell you, I don't know if that's going to be OPI or DPI.
Also, well, based on where it's thrown, I would guess not. But I halfway thought Jamorian maybe had stepped out of bounds over here before coming back in, so it could have been that as well maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, but if he's not the one that touched it, it really.
Even if it's the target, though? Because it looked like it was thrown. I don't know. Maybe I misread the play.
It's got to be. That'd be illegal touching. So.
But does he have to touch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's illegal touching. Yeah. So, yeah, he would have to touch it.
It's got to be touching.
So it is pass interference.
Defensive pass interference.
And that will move it up to the 35.
They're putting a lot of emphasis on the defenders actually playing the ball rather than just, I'm eye to eye with the receiver and shooting my hands. Because to me, that's the 3rd time they've called that.
Yeah, it is. So now on Caden's left, he'll have Skylar, Wyatt, and Quinn. Looks like Andre Serta, the tight end on this right side. Quinn in motion. It's a give to Keyshawn. Really good job to pick up anything out of that for Keyshawn there. Gain of a couple.
Great job by Aiden McCarroll there. He's doing his job well right there.
This is a really good offensive line, and like you said, it's one with a lot of size as well.
It's just a big group. I mean, look at the left side right there. That's.
How far back would you have to go to have an offensive line with this size here at Sulphur Springs?
It's been, man. I mean,
I don't know that I've seen one since I've been covering the team for sure. Okay, and dumping it off to Jackson in the screen. And he'll be just about a yard short, maybe. And I think
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that's something we see a lot of this year.
I was going to say, it's so effective to have a guy with such sure hands out of the backfield because more times than not, you're going to have a dude that doesn't want to be covering him in coverage. And then you just hand it to him.
Just give it to him. Makes his way out. Yep, right inside the Bell Concrete red zone again, I think. On the far side spot at the 21. This side's at the 20. Either way, we'll show love to Bell Concrete again. 0 for 1 in the Bell Concrete red zone tonight.
Skylar's going to have to come off the field.
And Deuce going back out to that receiver role, it looks like.
Yeah, pretty impressive to give a sophomore, with no varsity experience, that I guess obviously a lot of trust in him. Hey, go out and play outside receiver. Hey, take this snap at quarterback. Hey, play, getting pass protection at running back. So that's a lot on his plate, but obviously the coaches are confident he can handle it.
Wyatt Watson over the middle, 21 yards. And that's a touchdown for Wyatt Watson.
It's just Mr. Touchdown. It kind of was like last year. Obviously, he was a reception guy, not much of a yards after catch guy, but it just seemed like the ball found Wyatt Watson when we were near the end zone. And so that's a great ball by Caden Mitchell to find a sure-handed Wyatt Watson, and way to get the Wildcats back on the board. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. First one of the season. I told you wouldn't happen again.
Not going to let that happen twice. That makes it 21-14 with still 7 minutes and 34 seconds left in the half. So far, we've seen a 75-yard rushing touchdown from Jackson Hare and then a 21-yard receiving touchdown from Wyatt Watson. Before we take another look at the Wildcat defense, I want to tell you about the Gypsy Willow. At the Gypsy Willow, every order is a masterpiece. From start to finish, they offer personalized attention, keeping you informed every step of the way. Whether you bring your own design or work with their in-house graphic designers, they make it seamless. With no minimums and unlimited colors, explore endless possibilities at no extra cost. Their industry-trained team ensures perfection in every print. At the Gypsy Willow, each order isn't just a print. It's the beginning of a story, your story. Also, big shout-out to our buddy Josh Boatman coming back. Josh Boatman is your local and trusted insurance agent. With a family of his own, he understands the importance of protecting the ones who matter the most. He also understands that no two families need the same coverage, and that's why he will work with you to customize plans to fit your specific needs. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, Josh has you covered. At the rate this game is going, they might both touch the ball 2 or 3 more times before the half. Still 7:34 left in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know what they'll do. Obviously, neither and the thing is, with this being the second scrimmage, when both coaches decide they've seen enough, obviously they want to get to week 1 healthy. And so whenever that is, I don't know that the clock is going to tell us when this one's over. So for the time being, we're just going to call it. We're going to call it like it is.
Kaufman getting ready for their third drive of the night.
Tyler, I've been seeing the drone flying over. I know it's not the Chad's Media drone, but are you bringing that back this year?
I don't. So
I know that there were some opposing coaches that didn't love it.
Yeah, I think so. We learned this at the scrimmage last week. This is just the team drone. This is just getting filmed. So I guess they can do that during scrimmages and everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they get after that drone every day in practice.
Yeah. No, I can see where that might be a problem. Really cool shots though.
Yeah,
those were awesome.
7:33 left here in the first half. Kaufman leading 21-14. And Ryan, here we go. We've got James Johnson as the corner on this far side. Just a sophomore. He was a very good basketball player on the freshman team last year. Excited to look at him.
Great hit.
If Alex McCormick gets a chance to hit someone, he's going to do it.
I'm telling you, he is he's ready to run through a brick wall. There's no doubt.
At all times.
There's no doubt.
At all times. And a gain of just 1 or 2 there. Gain of 2, I think.
I mean, that's
you don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
That's throwing your body at some contact. That is just, hey, I am ready. I am ready.
Going to see a number of big hits from him this year, I think. Him and Laren, the linebackers out there right now. And Preston Nottingham over here on this far side, or near side to us. The give, and Nottingham is the one in on the tackle along with Justin Strickland, I believe.
Yeah, you said to watch out for Justin Strickland this year. I know it when I came to camp. That was a kid that you said that you had seen some really good things out of. So definitely excited to see him this season.
The man you just saw make a tackle there, junior linebacker Preston Nottingham. He's someone you're going to want to keep an eye on as well. And again, shout out to our pregame advertisers.
Hey, we've had a good history of sponsors with kids on the team that have done well.
Yeah, saw it with Hooten's Hardware.
I'm feeling Truth Holmes right here. Truth Holmes. I'm putting in the call for a little Truth Holmes action.
I would like to see it. Right there.
So another little feature. See what that looks like. There we go.
Just flexing.
Scrimmage for us all. We got to make sure everything works.
Just flexing. Screen pass and Preston Nottingham wrapping him up immediately.
Yeah, kind of just look what I found.
before 4 more Wildcats help bring them down. Great drive
Ball
from the junior
player.
linebacker there.
Okay, let me make a tackle.
Great drive from the junior linebacker there.
There's the Sulphur Springs defense.
I'm telling you, man, this, whether it's a duo, trio, however many are on the field at one time, this linebacker group, I think, is a lot of depth, a lot of strength. Now they'll make a 4th and 7, 4th and 8.
So if you're wondering why there's only 9 guys in the picture, that's because we do have 2 return men back.
Skylar and Wyatt,
which I like. I like in high school football. It can't work at all levels, but you're really covering the width of the field here with 2 playmakers, guys that can make a play on the ball. Obviously no return here. Pretty solid punt from the Kaufman punter.
Yeah.
Quarterback, punter, whatever.
So Wyatt fields that at the 36. The Wildcats, 5:52 left here in the first half and a chance to go try to tie things up. I was just telling you about Hooten's Hardware, so I might as well tell all of you. At Hooten's Hardware, they offer a wide variety of tools, materials, and supplies for all your home, business, and outdoor projects and repairs. With over 40,000 square feet of materials in stock, they're sure to have everything you need for any job. Hooten's Hardware. They're more than just nuts and bolts.
I love the sponsorship enders.
So you got Jamorian and Wyatt on this side, Skylar on the far side. Looks like Keyshawn in the backfield.
I'm not sure what the holdup is. I thought maybe we only had 10 men on the field, but we have 11.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted it on that hash. Yeah.
Works for me. And now we'll start from the 35. It is to give to Keyshawn on first down. And a gain of 5. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I think no matter who's in the backfield, if it's Jackson, if it's Keyshawn, if it's Deuce, whoever it is, I think you're going to have a good chance at successfully running the ball.
Well, and I think that's just where football is going in this day and age. You know, back in the day, you kind of had your one guy, your bruiser. Hey, we're going to give him 25 carries. Whereas, you know, it's a passing sport now, and so we want to get fresh bodies in there, guys that are given 100% touches. And so when you have 2 guys, 3 guys, to me, that's when you're going to be the most effective.
Play action. It's out to Quinn. Quinn's got it. Got the first down. The sophomore tight end with his first catch, brought down at the 49 for a first down. Ryan, we've seen positionless basketball. Are we getting close to positionless football?
Right. Great fake here. Doesn't even have the ball. D lineman's making a full tackle. There's no one in this entire space. You get the big man out and running. That's a play that we're going to like this year. I like that a lot.
I do.
That's kind of that new age, hey, we'll call them a tight end, and they're really just a big pass catcher.
And Kaufman able to get the pick there.
Go ahead and run that back.
Still going.
Let's not get hurt here.
Yep.
Great job by
Caden
Caden Mitchell there, and you're probably wondering, well, Ronnie threw an interception. No. Jumped off sides, knew he had the penalty. Let me throw it up to my playmaker because I know I have a free play. They intercept it, get real tired. Hey, they got to jump back on defense, and we'll do this whole thing over again.
So I never saw a flag on the field. I still haven't seen one, but I guess they're saying it wasn't offsides.
Well, Tyler, let me be the first to tell you that is that's not a great call, and it is a scrimmage for everyone. But he was 2, maybe 3 yards offsides. Caden knew that. That's the only reason he throws that ball
up. That's for sure
why
Caden throws
Oh, my goodness,
yeah.
Tyler. It wasn't even close, actually. But that's okay. It's a scrimmage. Hey, and that's a great lesson. Let's use this as a positive. Hey, there's not every call on a Friday night is not going to go our way. There's going to be calls that we disagree with. Hey, that probably shouldn't have been an interception, but we got to adapt and overcome, send the defense out there, and let's play football.
So after the return on the pick, are they just ruling it down here? Because we are coming way back this way inside the 20, so I don't –
It's a scrimmage, Tyler.
Right.
I can't
You're right.
I don't know, man.
About to stop asking questions.
I don't know.
Let's just see where the universe takes us.
I'm actually almost certain. Well, maybe okay. It could have been a penalty on the return.
It could have been.
Could have been a block in the back or something of that sort. I don't know, Tyler.
Just read and react.
Lots going on there.
Let's just enjoy that we've got
lots going
football.
on. That's okay.
I'm having a blast. I don't know about you.
I'm having an absolute great time, buddy.
I can't tell you how much I missed getting to do this. First down from the 12.
Tyler, and actually Jason Evans texted in and brought to my attention that we did switch to 3 down linemen. And I don't know if we're going to call this a 3-4 or a 3-5-5 or 3-3-5, excuse me, but we did make a switch defensively.
Okay.
So it could be why we're
you're right.
starting to maybe a lot of times they'll call it a 3-3-5 and you know, call it a safety and he's kind of down with the linebackers, but you can call whatever you want.
4 minutes, 10 seconds left. It's going to be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. Second and 5. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing, Ryan. 3-3-5.
It's kind of become a popular defense.
Looking like Matthew Jeter would be like the nickel.
Right.
Or the extra DB in that scenario. Alex King and Ty Bobby trying to get there. We once again have a backwards run. First down.
Tyler, I do have had a request to bring something up tonight that I did think was a really fun fact for a little downtime in the scrimmage. But Jeff Harris sent me an email, and his father-in-law is at the game tonight. He's 91 years old, and the significance in that is that he was a part of the 1950 state champion Sunset Bison football team.
Oh, wow.
You might ask, well, I don't know Sunset. I've never heard of that. Here's the significance in that. 1950, they were a DFW state champion. The next DISD team to win a state championship was 2021, South Oak Cliff. So all that time from 1950 to 2021, 71-year drought for DISD.
So when Oak Cliff won that a few years back, I knew it had been a long time, but I did not know
71
it had been
years.
Since. That's wild.
71 years, and Jeff Harris is Jeff Harris is a huge Wildcat football supporter. His father-in-law was a part of that team, so that's pretty cool.
That is
I want to throw that out there for
bringing
him.
The strong fun facts.
That's a fun fact right there.
So 3:39. That was a timeout, by the way. Only got a second here. 1st and 10 from the 23, and I want to take a quick second to tell y'all some new friends of ours here on the broadcast. I'm a huge fan of, by the way. That is Corner Grub House. Go see our friends at Corner Grub House in their iconic spot on the square. It's the perfect place to spend a Friday night, Ryan. And why, you might ask? Not only can you experience their freshly made comfort dishes and Southern hospitality, but you can watch the Sulphur Springs Wildcats on their big screen. Go get your ribeye sandwich or something like that. Watch the Wildcats play. Huge first down, all the way up to the 40.
Well, I'll be honest, and that this isn't just booth. You know, I work for Chad's Media. They're a sponsor speak. Corner Grub's probably my favorite restaurant in Sulphur Springs.
I'm a big fan.
Matter of fact, I went last night. So
did you really?
I did.
I go as often as I can. I would eat that ribeye sandwich.
Philly cheesesteak with no peppers, no onions, mac and cheese, and please bring extra rolls.
Now, you and I won't get the chance, but on a Friday night, now you can watch the Wildcats play as well.
It's just a perfect setup.
It really is. 1st and 10 from the 41. 3:12 left in the half. Play action, looking deep. Oh, Grayson Hardy almost got him a second one.
Kind of had some DB hands right there. He's not used to the over the shoulder. He's going to want that one back, but he'll have plenty of opportunities
the
this
Willie
year.
Mays catch is a tough one to make, but that was almost pick number
Rest in
2
peace.
for number 2.
Rest in peace, Willie Mays.
That is a bummer,
man. A big sports figure we lost this year. We lost a couple.
One of the goats. One of the absolute goats. Very high on the list.
On Ryan's list, I'd say he's the best of all time.
You got Willie Mays as the best of all time?
Best all time.
Okay. I have another Giants outfielder. That's the best of all time. Or best hitter of all time, but we don't have to get into that. 3:05 left in the half. 2nd and 10. I mean, dude, the
run defense
has
has changed dramatically. Yeah, we were thinking the same thing there.
Blue Barrage 2.0, 3.0, whatever you want to call it. I think it is the best version of the Blue Barrage that we've seen.
I like it.
I'm making that bold statement now.
I love it. I'm not making any strong accusations like that just yet. I want to see it on a Friday night, but I do like what I'm seeing.
So it'll be another 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 from the 43, 2.5 minutes left in the half. Get a stop here. You get to run a little 2-minute drill. That'd be cool. But we may never know. First down.
Quarterback does a great job kind of extending the play with his feet, moving the pocket, whatever you want to call it, but delivers a good ball there and moves the sticks in the process.
So getting around, I want to remind everyone, they did have a halftime at last week's scrimmage, but again, we're kind of way off schedule, so I'm not sure if they are. If they do, we will have a halftime show, and I will get to tell you who is this year's halftime advertiser. If not, we're going to have to kind of read and react on the spot. Yeah.
Me and you don't have to play any instruments, do we? We're going to leave that to okay. Yeah. We're going to leave that to the
to the professionals.
Man, oh man, that Wildcat band.
2-time reigning state finalist, Man oh man Wildcat.
There you go.
And we got to talk to Spencer Emmert recently. I don't know, we had an interview here on Front Porch News. You may have got to see it, but he makes it sound like he thinks this year's band, again, like the football coach has been telling us, the furthest along he's had the band at this point. So might see a third.
Fantastic.
Might see a third consecutive trip to San Antonio for them. And because of our good friends at Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Sulphur Springs, you will get to watch them every Friday night right here on Chad's Media and Front Porch News. Alex McCormick trying to get there.
Oh, man, that is a great catch.
That's great coverage there from Creed Wisenhunt. Just an even better catch, but
that was a great catch. Great concentration on that.
Creed really put his body on the line there. Said, "My sacrifice."
That was pretty good.
I'm gonna work 1,000 of those in this year.
Pretty good.
That's not bad for
speaking of,
it's a scrimmage. It's the first one.
Speaking of Creed, you and I both got to take a picture, got to touch, got to see whatever the 2023 Rangers World Series trophy.
We did, and it gave me a thought. I'll tell you after this 1st and 10 from the 27. Only 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the half. Rolling out to his right this time. Got an open man and got the first down. But, the Rangers, you and I had counted them out before the month of September started last year. For sure about the first or second week of September we had. But, they adopt the band Creed as their band. They go on this historic run. We've got a Creed in our secondary. Do the Wildcats need to adopt Creed as their band and see if it leads them to state?
I mean,
not their band, but what they listen to pregame.
Right. No, I gotcha. Well, it worked for one of our beloved teams.
It helped take the Rangers higher. So I don't know.
Gosh, that was a
fun time.
Well, when we were up in the booth calling the games, watching the Rangers
during World Series game number 1. We were in this booth.
Probably the best baseball memory in my lifetime is rushing home to see Corey Seager hit the game-tying home run in Game 1 of the World Series, and then El Bombay hitting the walk-off. That was post broadcast. It's probably the best baseball memory of my entire life.
I'm not sure. I remember seeing the Corey Seager one in this booth because we were still taking everything down, and I think maybe we stuck around at the office and just held around Corey's phone and watched it.
That's probably my favorite baseball memory ever.
We also had one of our most heartbreaking moments on air.
That was in Paris.
Pregame show in Paris.
I didn't know if I could go on, Tyler.
Yeah.
I told you, first and foremost, I don't know that I'm going to bring my stuff tonight. I'm not in the headspace. That's got to be a sack.
It is a sack, and it looks like Zay Godbolt, the junior linebacker. We've got some good linebackers.
Got some speed too. I feel like Alex McCormick. I feel like Godbolt. I feel like those guys when they get a free run at the quarterback, they're getting there quickly.
So that brings up what would be a third and if the scoreboard would up, 3rd and 18 from the 25. There's just 45 seconds left on the clock, 15 on the play clock. So,
Tyler, another thing I'll let this third down go. They love the screens.
They do.
Get him down.
They did use a lot of the remaining time, but they get back to the original line of scrimmage-ish. 4th and 10, 4th or 11 with 23 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, I love the
it looks like they're going to
love the practice opportunity here. Let's rush the field goal unit on, see if we can get it off, see if we can make one. Play clock kind of stalled out there. That wasn't.
At first, I thought they'd used a timeout, but no. So going to try to attempt this field goal from the 18. So it'd be a 35-yard field goal.
That's going to be no good.
No good. And that does do it for the first half. So Ryan and I are going to step out of the way very quickly so we can have our first halftime show of the year, brought to you by our friends over at Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Sulphur Springs. They are experts at caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Kaufman leading 21-14.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class orthopedics and sports medicine specialists at Christus Mother Francis Hospital, Sulphur Springs, are experts at caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Welcome to Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge, where we make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable. Explore our extensive inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles tailored to fit every lifestyle and budget. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, from selecting the perfect car to securing financing. Come visit us today or browse our online showroom at ssdodge.com. Your next journey starts with the perfect car. Find it here at Nottingham Sulphur Springs Dodge.
Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs. We're redefining the way homes are built. Discover your dream home with us. From modern floor plans to customizable design features, we're here to answer all of your questions and guide you every step of the way. Visit us today and explore our wide range of manufactured or modular home options. Your perfect home is waiting at Clayton Homes of Sulphur Springs. Building dreams one home at a time.
At Bell Concrete Inc., we build more than structures. We build relationships. Our team is dedicated to making your experience enjoyable and hassle-free. With priority service and a smile, your project is our priority. From driveways to commercial, residential, and municipal projects, we deliver the best products and service. Call us today at 903-885-3126 to experience Bell Concrete's commitment to excellence.
Whether you're looking to shop for the right set of Michelin tires for whatever you drive, brakes, or are interested in customizing your ride with a suspension lift kit, you can rely on Discount Wheel and Tire of Sulphur Springs for accurate, knowledgeable, and friendly automotive and tire services. Since 1994, we have built a solid base of customers and established the reputation of being an automotive repair facility with service you can count on. We believe in personal customer service. We consider it an honor to serve you and our community. For reliable tire and auto repair, look no further than your local Discount Wheel and Tire.
Hey there, Sulphur Springs Wildcats. Pastor Joel T-Meyer here from the Way Bible Church, and we are beyond excited to support you in all things this year. Whether it's on the field, in the classroom, or in your personal lives, we are here cheering you on every step of the way. Also, we want to extend an invitation to each and every one of you to join us at the Way Bible Church on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m., also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At the Way, we are all about experiencing life change. We have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join us at the Way Bible Church, and let's embark on this journey of transformation together. Let's go Wildcats.
At D&B Loans, we make the loan process easy. Our competitive rates and quick application process make us one of the largest in the industry. With over 30 years in the business, our team of loan experts will work with you to find the loan that fits your needs. We also offer the best furniture and appliances around with great financing and free local delivery. With low-rate loans and high-quality furniture, we offer a wide selection of styles and designs, plus TVs, mattresses, and much more. Just visit our showroom or give us a call. D&B Loan is your local loan specialist. When you need cash, trust a hometown business.
Ryan, we keep saying it, so it's probably getting old at this point, but it's a scrimmage for everyone, including us, and we get to practice our first Christus Mother Francis Hospital Sulphur Springs halftime show of the year. what do we think about the first half?
Well, it was good. It was good. There was
35 combined points.
Yep, lots of offense. There was good and there was certainly bad, but it's August 22nd. And that's what you want. You want when you're having a scrimmage, everything you do, everything we've done for this month is to prepare for next week. There's no winning, there's no losing tonight. I mean, obviously we're keeping score, but that's not what's important. We're trying to get ready for Mesquite Poteet next week, and I've seen a lot of good, but there's things that we got to work on. There's things that from now until then we're going to have to get in the film room. We're going to have to clean up, but that's what you want, and so I think we're right where we need to be.
They spent a total of like 2.5 minutes in that locker room, and they're already back out, but. You know, it's funny, in these scrimmages, you're wanting to do the best you can to create a live game scenario. For a first quarter, you saw, 2 or 3 offensive snaps in that first quarter. Just a little wonky.
Yep.
But you opened your offensive night with a first offensive play from scrimmage, 75-yard rushing touchdown. God, that was stuff from Jackson Hare. So that was exciting.
Well, and you also, these guys they were jacked up for the scrimmage. They're excited, but at this point, you just want to finish this thing out clean. You want to finish this thing out healthy, because these guys are ready for the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they're human beings. They know that hey, this doesn't count. So let's just try to do the X's and the O's correctly, and let's get out of this thing healthy.
Talk about ready. We've got kicker Eric Rodriguez out there spending his halftime out there kicking. There's 5.5 minutes, or a little under 6 minutes now on the clock. I have no idea if they're actually going to go off that. But
whatever that means.
Defensively, obviously, you've seen some good, you've seen some bad. You were playing one of the very most talented players you're going to see all year in Kaufman's receiver. But the run defenses looked very good, I feel like. And, again, that's something we talked a lot about in the pregame show. I keep telling you how much or how good I think this front four, or I guess what's now, if they are in that 3-3-5, is that a front six, a front seven, whatever you want to call it. But they've been very good in the run stop.
Multiple players running towards the ball. We'll call it that.
But, no, I think you're going to see, again, I'm trying to find on my roster. We mentioned in the pregame show alone 3, 4, 5. You might have 5 or 6 talented linebackers on this varsity team this year. And then we know how good the defensive line is as well. You've got you don't even have Nathan Andrews out there tonight. We know how good Truth Holmes is. We know how good Giovanni Solis is. We've seen Justin Strickland look really good tonight. You've got Barrett Tessian and Blunt. You have a number of this defense is going to be very good at stopping the run this year.
Yeah, and you haven't even had the big Truth Holmes play yet. And again, that goes back to it's a scrimmage. It's hard to get after the quarterback knowing that I can't get after the quarterback. They're going to blow the whistle. That it's not live, and I fully expect a sack, maybe 2 from Truth Holmes next week.
Yes, I think we're going to start seeing those pretty quickly. If not, tackles for losses, anything in that realm. So I keep mentioning it, so I finally am making a note here because on the roster that I have printed out, I'm going to read off the linebackers to you tonight.
Okay.
On this roster.
Okay.
You've got Godbolt, Nottingham, McCormick, King. TJ Bolden would be out there, but dealing with injury right now, so not playing tonight. And then Laren Vaughn. We have seen every single one of them make a play tonight.
At least one, maybe 2 tackles. Yeah. That's huge.
And while they've been put in some tough situations, you've already seen Grayson Hardy with a pick.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen Ty Bobby doing stuff. I really don't think there's any major areas of weakness on this defense. And, again, you're playing one of the absolute most talented players you're going to see all year.
There's no question, and I actually was going to comment on that before the half ended. Kaufman's a 5A school, which they're playing.
Oh, they went up to 5A, huh? I don't think I was aware of that.
Their district is Ennis. Yeah, they have to be. Ennis, Terrell, Crandall, Poteet, Corsicana, Greenville.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 5A.
Yeah, they had been in our district the last 2 years.
Yes, but they moved up to 5A. And so my point behind that is, and Coach Faircloth has told us time and time again, that they purposely scheduled a tougher non-district slate. And so that goes back to, who we're scrimmaging. And so we're going to open up with a 5A Poteet. We're going to play a 5A Greenville. We're going to play a 5A Mount Pleasant. And so when you're looking at that, 35,000 feet above, maybe we don't have as good of a record as we've maybe had in the past few years. And I'm not saying we won't.
Right.
I'm saying that even if we don't have the same record that we've had in the last 2 years, maybe district doesn't go as smooth. I'm telling you, we will be more prepared.
1,000% agree.
If we make the playoffs, we will be more prepared because of it.
I 1,000% agree. And you and I have talked about this a good bit, but when you look at like that by district, there's going to be a winner of that other district or a second-place finisher who's looking at the 3 or 4 seed from our district that they have to face and be like, really? This is who I draw in the first round?
They're thinking, dang, that is a tough draw because there's
going to be at least 1, if not 2, very talented teams from this district that don't make the playoffs.
Well, there's 7 teams in this district, and 6 teams played in the playoffs last year. And so that's two teams that went to the playoffs last year that are getting left at the house. I think to your point, a good football team is going to get left home, maybe 2 good football teams.
Yeah, at least 1, maybe 2.
If I'm the district champ in that area round, I'm not looking past whoever gets 4th in this district.
Absolutely.
It's going to be tough.
Brian, there's 1:40 left on the clock here, but it looks like we're starting, get ready to hit the field. So one more time, I want to give a big shout-out and thank you to the team of world-class orthopedics and sports medicine specialists at Christus Mother Frances Hospital, Sulphur Springs. They're experts at caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student-athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. They will be bringing you all the halftime shows this year. They'll make sure that you get to see that, like we said, 2-time consecutive state finalists, Man-O-Man Wildcat Band, the Blue Blazes. They'll make sure you get to see all of the halftime coverage this year. So big shout out to them and thank you.
Is that what I am now, Tyler? A weekend warrior?
I didn't want to say it.
Am I in that class? That feels like a low blow.
I didn't want to say it, but
I don't know about that, Tyler.
We're just 2 retired athletes.
Just two has-beens, man. 2 has-beens.
Now passing judgments on other people playing this.
What are we doing out there?
It's easier to pass judgment up here, isn't it? So we are ready to start the second half.
Well, I don't have to answer from anything up here. You used to have, you got coaches, you got teammates.
This will be the Wildcats' ball to start the second half. Again, down a touchdown. So
let's have a good, clean half. I don't think we're going to get a half of football, but whatever the duration of this second half is, let's be clean.
Trying again. I know, broken record at this point, but in the past scrimmage last week, it was 3 just straight up normal quarters of football, and then a 4th quarter that had a running clock, and at that point they had pulled a lot of the starters and stuff, so I don't know if that's what we're seeing again here tonight.
I don't know. It feels like it's been long.
Right.
I mean, we've been going at it for over an hour and a half at this point.
Yeah, I think that very well may have been the original plan.
Yeah,
but
I can't imagine they're going to go much over 2 hours. And again,
it looks like you still got all your ones out there to start this drive. So.
Well, we didn't have a ton of offensive snaps.
That's true.
So there's probably some things that we want to see.
So to start this drive, you got Skyler and Wyatt on the other side, and you got Deuce as the receiver on this side. Jackson in the backfield. Okay, and just keeping it. And that's really tough if you're a defensive player in a scrimmage because you're like, well, I can't. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, good job by Caden right there. It looked like we had a busted play and, try to turn it into something.
We'll call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. It looks like they're keeping that same group out there. Quinn checking in at the tight end spot. So you got 2 sophomores at tight end and receiver right now. And now Jackson out in the slot. Quickly out to Skylar Lewis. It's an empty set there.
I love the screen call. Obviously, that's just an extension of the run game, but a quick and easy way to get the ball in your playmaker's hands. And if the corner's going to give him, if you're going to get – the problem is if I play press man on a guy like Skyler, he's going to blow by me. If I give him 8 yards of cushion, we're going to throw something short, and he's going to shake and bake, and then I'm in trouble there too. So it's kind of kind of a catch-22 in that position.
Jackson back in the backfield again. Caden taking off.
Again, props to Caden. To me, that looked like a broken play. I think Caden thought it was going to Jackson Hare. Jackson did not get the memo, but very, very savvy take off and run by Caden. Because let me tell you, on Friday nights when the clock is getting close to 0, it's time to go.
Right.
It's time to go. There's no waiting around.
So calling this 2nd and 6 from the 39. I like this personnel group we have right now.
It's just so interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's a puzzle.
Caden rolling out. No one to find. There is Isaac Ray, the tight end, and that's something I want to point out. You talk about interchangeable. In this drive alone, I believe we've seen Andre Serta already. I know we've seen Quinn. Now you see Isaac Ray. So, I mean, you're seeing multiple tight ends, you know.
Great job here by Caden. That's covered. That's a dangerous throw. There's one that's covered back here. He's trying to go get Caden. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Take the 5-yard gain. You can't go broke making a profit.
And it does.
Never have, Tyler.
And it does pick up the first down.
Never have.
Gets you to the 50. To give to Jackson Hare. And just a solid gain of 5 there.
His 2 to 3 yard burst. You know, he's getting to the hole. He's getting to the spot where he needs to be, and then boom, he gets after it. I know we're talking a lot about it, but he's going to have a good year.
He is.
I'm very, very confident we're going to see a great statistical season from Jackson Hare.
Yeah, obviously we have no idea on yardage or anything tonight, but I don't know. I can't think of very many times you've given the ball to him or Keyshawn that you didn't pick up 4 or 5 yards at least.
Well, given that Hare had a 75-yard run,
I'm just saying.
He's got to be close to 100, I would think.
He very well might be over 100.
Yeah, I would think he's pretty close to the century mark.
2nd and 5 from the 45, play action.
That's a ball that Wyatt always catches.
We'll bring up 3rd and 5. So, Ryan, the clock is running. So, maybe we're just going to
might just be the rest of this.
Play the rest of this game, but with a running clock, I don't know.
Caden's done a good job tonight of you could kind of be timid throwing balls over the middle, but he steps into it and fires it over the middle with a lot of confidence. And that's a ball that Wyatt will catch on Friday nights.
See what they go to on 3rd and 5 here.
Oh, man.
The delayed counter.
The Malachi Rowland play.
The delayed counter, did they give it to him?
Looks a little short to me, but definitely four down territory.
See, I actually thought he had maybe gotten enough, but now they're definitely calling that a full yard short, it looks like.
Love the delayed counter, though.
Yeah, I get pretty fired up for that.
Kind of running a turbo look here.
Quick to Jackson. So I got more than enough for it this time.
Oh, let him know. Let him know.
Jackson Hare is fired. I mean, he's over the century mark at this point.
Let's play close attention
to
the celebration right there, big man. Let him know.
I don't know if you got to see it in the preview for Hard Knocks, but he told us, I like contact.
Yes.
I like hitting people.
That's what you want to hear from the running back position.
Ray in motion. Play action.
Oh, that's open.
You got Skylar.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Skylar Lewis.
That was one where Caden is like, oh, my God, he can't be that open. Can't be that open. Great connection by 5 to 6. I love it.
34-yard touchdown catch for Skylar Lewis. All right, Ryan. Last year he told us 1,010. He completed, I believe, hit both of those marks. I know he had 1,000 yards anyway. If I set it at like 9.5 again, what are you thinking? I mean, he's hitting double digits again?
I'm not even going to comment on that. How silly that was. I'll take 10 every day of the week. Oh, bad snap, no hold, and pretty good kick.
6:45 left in the third. We're all tied up, 21-21.
Welcome to Jackson Dental, where we prioritize your smile. Meet Dr. Jenner Jackson, a hometown Wildcat turned dentist, dedicated to continuing the legacy of excellence started by his father, Dr. Phil Jackson, over 35 years ago. At Jackson Dental, we offer a range of services from routine checkups to advanced treatments, all delivered with a commitment to your comfort and well-being. Our friendly team is here to ensure you have a positive dental experience. Schedule your appointment today and discover the exceptional care with Dr. Jenner Jackson at Jackson Dental.
6:45 left here in the third, all tied up 21-21. Before we resume, I want to tell you about one of our returning friends, Aaron Neal, who is the principal agent and owner of Hanby Insurance. At Hanby Insurance, they keep you covered in all your adventures and all your life. Whether it's auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, or business owner packages, protect what you love most. You can visit their website, hanbyinsurance.com, or give them a call at 972-285-0381 to get a quote today. Hanby Insurance, a trusted name in North Texas since 1940.
Tyler, good to see Skylar getting behind the coverage there. Obviously, that is that's going to equate to good plays for us. When the opposing safety, he creeps up, we want Skylar behind those guys. And big props to Caden for delivering a good ball there. And I think we're going to see a lot of 5 plus 6 equals 7 this year. You know what I mean?
5 plus 6 equals 7. You've been working on that all summer, huh?
I just came up with it on
Did
the
you
fly.
really? Before we see the Wildcat defense again, I want to tell you about two of our good friends. Sulphur Springs is where Brian White and Daniel Roper call home, a place where they've raised their families, planted their roots, and proudly serve you for all your legal needs. At Roper and White, they are Wildcats past, present, and future. They're more than just legal experts. They're partners in your journey to justice and success. With a dedicated team, they offer personalized legal strategies tailored to fit your needs. From everyone over at Roper and White, go Wildcats.
What's this fog we've got
Is it
going,
fog
Tyler?
or
I mean,
is
is that Smokey the Cannon firing off for the big touchdown? Or I don't know what's going on here.
It halfway looked like it was misting from like here.
Doesn't look very August 22nd to me. Not sure.
21-21, play action.
Oh, that's nice.
Just dropped. Yeah, that quarterback can roll out either way. I mean, he's
I love the mechanics. He does the play action really well. That had me convinced for sure.
Yeah, and again, running clock here, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I would guess that this is the only 6 minutes we're going to get.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably don't see the twos or anything like that after this.
Again, at some point,
yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to.
I've seen enough,
Yeah.
and I want to get all my guys the next Friday.
Yeah, it's almost 9 p.m. on a Thursday night, you know. At some point, you do have to. They do give on second and 10.
Here we go.
Alex McCormick, Alex King.
That's Alex squared, baby.
5 plus 6 equals 7. Alex squared. You're in mid-season form.
I'm in playoff form, man. I've been ready since June.
And we do have a player down on the field. 5:59 left in the third.
Triple Crown Roofing, your local roofing experts with a dedicated team and extensive experience. From repairs to complete roofing systems, we offer competitive prices and free consultations. Specializing in commercial and residential roofing, we provide the highest quality craftsmanship and customer care. Contact Triple Crown Roofing today. Triple Crown Roofing. Roofing done right.
At East Texas Physical Therapy, we cater to your needs, from our geriatric clientele to the athlete returning to sport. As therapists, we rely on the latest research and strength and conditioning principles, from blood flow restriction and dry needling to safe progression of running using our anti-gravity treadmill. We perform sport-specific testing and use evaluative measures to determine safe return to your sport, whether it's practice or game time. East Texas Physical Therapy, treatment you need, care you deserve.
5:59 left here in this third. I believe it's going to be 3rd and 12 now, and the Kaufman player that was down walking off on his own accord, so that's great. Like I said, especially in a scrimmage, you hate to see anyone go down, so happy to see him walk off on his own accord. Third and 12, this is a good moment for your defense to get the stop here. From the pistol. Got the pass complete. Grayson Hardy.
Short.
Hugh. Oh, no.
No, that's
Gio.
Gio.
I thought it was 2. It is 3. That's Gio. I don't know if you remember, Gio had a 3-pick game last year in community.
He did.
And he is fun to watch at practice. He's a talker. He's a chirper.
Well, all good DBs are. I don't think you could be a successful DB without being a chirper.
Obviously, we don't know that during the games because we're up here. So that's the first time I'd actually got to see it and experience it. But he's a blast to watch.
They marked that quite a bit shorter than I thought.
Yeah, it's 4th and a full 2 for sure. Again, great job to wrap him up there from Gio and force the 4th down.
Lots of guys in the box here. You got single coverage on Wilson up top. Good play call.
I don't think they have unsuccessfully ran that when they
play.
go to the flex or that flex one you were talking about, and they always put a man in motion. I mean, they've had success just about every time they've done that.
Obviously, you got a guy with speed right there. It's hard to stay with a man running laterally for sure.
So I bring up a 1st and 10 from the 37. Again, we don't know if this is the final quarter. We did get to talk to some of the coaches at halftime, but they said that it was the coaches up in the booth, so they didn't know what the decision had been made on that either. But 1st and 10, rolling out. Got the completion. Steps out of bounds, 4:20 left here in this quarter. Up to the 49? 47.
It is interesting, and this could totally be by design, or we're doing a great job covering it. But after the 3rd touchdown from Wilson, I'm almost positive he has not touched the ball since.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So maybe we're doubling him. Maybe they just, hey, let's try to get some other guys the ball. We know this play works. But he still is out there, so I'd assume that he's
going back to this, like flex bone, but no pre-snap motion, just a toss.
Great job by Grayson Hardy there.
Grayson Hardy and Alex McCormick, they get the job done.
If you're going to be a successful safety, especially at the next level, like I know Grayson Hardy hopes to do, you got to be able to come downhill and make tackles. It's not just a coverage thing. It's actually less of a coverage thing. You got to be able to control the middle of the field in the air, but those coaches want to see you come downhill and make a play.
And they do stop them short, so it's 3rd and 1 round. I wanted to point out before the last play, they're both still out there, but you got 2 different corners out there. On our side, you've got number 4, C.T. Galloway. He's a junior, and on the far side, number 12, James Johnson. Again, just a sophomore. He was a great freshman basketball player last year, super quick. I was very excited to see him in the secondary.
Right on cue, Grayson Hardy. Back-to-back tackles downhill. A little extracurricular on the sideline down here.
They do give him the 1st down, but a great job, on back-to-back plays from Grayson there. We've already seen the pick tonight, almost another. I think he is pumped for his junior season back there.
Yeah. It's another thing, man, about this team that is unique. Obviously, we have some solid seniors, and we've had solid seniors in the past. But, man, a lot of the impact players are underclassmen. And so that's such a – that's just really good for the future. Yeah. Obviously, it's good now, but just a very high ceiling.
1st and 10 from the 46, just 2 minutes left in this quarter now. Rolling out to his right again. And a great pass,
That's
great catch.
Great ball.
He looks as comfortable as you could rolling out.
Yeah,
like that.
I couldn't be more impressed tonight by what I've seen from Kaufman's quarterback.
We talked a lot about earlier, like with that receiver, you're not going to see very many kids as talented as that. I don't think you're going to see as many teams be able to get out of the pocket and do these sorts of things.
Of course, who knows what we could see down the road, but this is going to be, as far as solely moving out of the pocket, this is going to be one of the better guys that we're going to see.
Which obviously makes it a very tough test for your secondary, but it's a great test to go into the regular season on. There's a give on 1st. Making a few people miss. Grayson already said, not me, though. Okay, get back here.
Very impressed with our run stop tonight. I feel like maybe after the first couple series, we really settled down in the run department and done an awesome job.
Again, we're not giving any Way Bible Church players of the game tonight, but, I mean, if you were having to pick one from the offense and the defense, I mean, Grayson Hardy's definitely putting his name in that in that ring.
Yep.
You know, we once gave the entire offensive line. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see, like, the whole linebacking group or the whole, you know what I mean?
I
We
like
might
that.
see something like that this year.
Hey, we make the rules, Tyler.
I was about to say,
give it
we
to
are
who,
the ones who
we're the committee. We'll give it to who we want.
Literally just us, and then obviously Joel Tiemeyer from the Way Bible Church. He always, not always, but a lot of times does give an input, but just 15 seconds on the clock. It is the third quarter, but again, we have no idea.
It'd be perfectly fine offensively if the last time we touched the ball we threw a 40-yard touchdown to Schuyler. I'm perfectly fine heading to the house on that note.
So the clock stops. End of the quarter, 21-21, 3rd and 2.
I don't know. They're switching.
Okay, cool. So we're going to keep playing this out. I wonder, probably done with the ones offensively, or maybe, but sure, you probably let the defense that was on the field finish out this drive.
And then if you're going to put anybody else out there, maybe put the twos.
Yeah. While we've still got a second here, just a couple more of our friends I want to tell you about, including our friend Katie Adair with Janet Martin Realty. She is your local real estate expert. Raised right here in Hopkins County and a proud mother to 2 boys, she's deeply invested in our community. As a school board member and active participant in the Mothers Culture Club, she's dedicated to making a positive impact. She's committed to providing honest and hardworking service to all buyers and sellers. Find your dream home together and give her a call today. And also want to give a big shout out and thank you to our friends over at Discount Wheel and Tire of Sulphur Springs. They offer a full line of Michelin tires. When you're looking for the right tire, the choice is easy. Michelin packs more science into their tires to bring together safety, durability, fuel efficiency, and performance without trade-offs. Match the right tire with the right service today. Discount Wheel and Tire, proudly serving our Wildcats for over 25 years. Ryan, I'm definitely not mad that we're going to get to watch at least, you know.
Absolutely not, man.
I cannot wait for next Friday. I can't wait for tomorrow night, 6 p.m. right here, Front Porch News and Chaz Media, episode 2 of Hard Knocks with the Sulphur Springs Wildcats. And now that I've got a quick second, and I say that and we're all coming back on the field, but I want to give a huge shout-out to our producer, Corey Hankins. He is killing it with Hard Knocks, and it is a lot of work. He's got me out there going to practice with him every single day. I'm exhausted by the end of it, and then he has to go edit it and put the episode together. So he's not only putting in a lot of really hard work, but a lot of really good work. So we'll make sure we give Corey a shout-out. To give on 3rd and 1, he's met right at the line. Right at the line, Ryan. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1. And you do still have all the ones out there, yeah? Number 90, we haven't mentioned his name yet tonight, but Jacoby Arano. He's a junior, and he is big. He's got some size. You put him in there with Gio, it's a pretty you're not going to find a lot more size than that on your interior defensive line.
Crowd is getting into this 4th down at a scrimmage. I love it.
Looks like 4th and 2, so it was even a loss. Ryan. Creed Wisenhunt with the tackle there. It is enough for the first down. I love that play call.
Man, they really utilized the boots, the having Wilson running out of the backfield.
And I would have to look at it again, but that may have even been kind of like a triple read. I mean, it looked like a read option anyway with multiple options in it, but that could have just been play action. I don't know, but I like that play call a lot. Kind of throwing the whole kitchen sink out during the scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 29. 10 minutes, 42 seconds left, and we're all tied up, 21-21.
Or they've been really excited about this 4th down play call that they have, and they just
this is our
waiting.
chance. Yeah,
this is it.
This is it.
This
is
is the
chance.
one.
Going to be just a yard short, it looks like. 2nd and 1.
I hope everyone at home knows that the 10-yard stop from the wide side of the field is not an easy ball to throw. There's a lot that can go wrong on that. Miss inside, safety picks it off, corner picks it off, whatever it may be. Miss low, if the backer gets width on that, he can pick that off. So that's a veteran ball to have the confidence to throw that.
See number 23, Preston Nottingham checking back in. Number 15, Matthew Jeter. 2nd and 1 from right at the 20.
Press coverage up top. Not a lot of safety help. Yeah.
That's CT Galloway over there.
Great coverage.
And he breaks it up.
I could feel that coming, though. That safety is creeping down. Great coverage, though.
Had to flex a little bit with the.
What, did you sheath it?
Hmm?
I like it.
Yeah, that is junior CT Galloway.
We love a sheath in the scrimmage.
3rd and 1. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left with a running clock. I mean, the Wildcats keep forcing to 3rd down, you know. And in those 3rd and 4th down situations, they're doing a really good job. Again, this run defense is just very, very good.
It's going to be another first.
Up to the 19. We do have another player on the field with 8 minutes and 54 seconds left.
Hi, Bill Owens at J. Hodge Chevrolet. We're voted the best dealership in sales, parts, and service and received the prestigious Mark of Excellence award from GM. That's saying a lot, but to receive those honors 8 years in a row, that's the most awarded vehicles at the most awarded dealership. We owe it all to the J. Hodge family, and that's the great team of employees we have, plus the great community that we have and all our good customers. We invite you out to J. Hodge Chevrolet, 478 Wildcat Way in Sulphur Springs to see the difference.
So 8:54 left here. The clock has stopped with a player on the field. I want to make a correction. Number 90, Jacoby Arsenault. That's my apologies.
We'll have some pronunciation errors in the early parts of the season. We
I mean,
always
if
do.
that's the biggest mistake I make tonight, like I think
I think so.
I don't know how many mistakes I've made in that department.
I think so.
8:54. They did get the first down, and it's going to be at the 19-yard line. But I'm curious. We had this conversation again, not giving a Way Bible Church player of the game, and I want to give them another shout-out very quickly, though. They want to extend an invitation to everyone to join them on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:45 a.m. and also on Wednesday nights at 6:15 p.m. At the Way, they are all about experiencing life change. They have a vibrant community awaiting to welcome you with open arms. Join them at the Way Bible Church to embark on a journey of transformation together. If you did have to name an offensive player, you thinking like a Jackson Hare, or like who would be, you know, he'd have to be a candidate, I would think.
Obviously, candidate, 75-yard touchdown, probably over the century mark.
I would think
in
he would
rushing
have
yards.
to be, yeah.
But I was very pleased what I saw from Caden Mitchell tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought he looked in control, in command. He was smart with the football.
Beat his man to the outside, getting in from the 20, from the 19 maybe. So
we do have
there
a flag,
are
10
multiple.
flags after the play. I do think that's going to be
else
after
happens,
the play.
you're going to see a hat on the. I mean, we're out of flags at this point.
They'll do that. If they run out, throw a hat down.
And that did stop the clock at 8:30, by the way.
Okay.
Getting picky and choosy with it.
Come on, man. Probably deciding if it's after the play, during the play. I would call it after, but offense seems to think that they are good to go.
Yeah. Got the PAT unit out there.
Now, okay, let me ask you this, Tyler, Coach Tyler. If high school football, we're not talking NFL, but, personal foul on us. Really? I'm not sure. Felt like we were on the ground. Okay, personal foul on them.
Okay.
There we go. We're not sure. But I was going to ask you, you do get a penalty after play like that. Are you enforcing it on the extra point or on the kickoff in high school football? That's pretty long.
I think it maybe depends on case
situation.
by case.
Right, I understand.
In this situation, I might. So the scrimmage, let me try out a 2-point conversion. Let's see what we've got in that area, in that department. If this were a real game and I had a chance to go up 7, though, with 8.5 minutes left, yeah, I'll just go ahead and kick my PAT and then. I don't know. What about you?
No, I'm talking about on the other side. So if I'm the defense, are they kicking a longer extra point or from farther back on the kickoff?
At the high school level?
Yeah. I think it depends. I make them kick it.
Go ahead and scoot back. kick that.
That's what I
think.
think.
A further PAT.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Now,
obviously,
it depends. It obviously depends because now if they're instead of kicking from the 40, they're kicking from the 25. That's field position wise going to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's also tough because again you've got Skylar Lewis and Jackson Hare back there to return.
Yeah, I do remember a specific time last year that Paris. They got to enforce one on the kickoff, but they were the kicking team, and it was an obvious, hey, let's just go ahead and onside kick this because if we don't get it, they're just going to get almost where a touchback would be, and they ended up getting that. And I thought that was very, very high IQ.
And I think you called that
they
were going to do that.
It was an onside kick situation.
And they recovered it, didn't they?
They did recover it. Yeah.
I was rewatching all that back. To find clips and stuff, and I remember that play and you saying like, "Watch out for the onside kick."
Yeah, well, it was just
exactly what they did,
field
and they
position
recovered
wise,
it.
It was good. That was the Austin Chaney seal the deal interception game.
That was a fun game. Both of the Paris games have come down to the wire.
They always do.
Yeah,
they
down
always
to the final play of the game, literally each time.
I lost my junior year to Paris on the final play of the game, give or take, and I lost my senior year to Paris in double overtime. Essentially the last play of the game.
Was it double overtime here? Or
it was here, yep. Sucks, dude.
I bet the crowd was rocking for a double overtime game.
It was a fun one. It was a fun one, but okay, so they enforced it.
They did.
On the so Skylar Lewis caught it at the 25-yard line. Obviously, we're playing it dead, but that's a lot of space before anyone's touching him.
Right. I mean, you've got to imagine he returns that.
Oh, at least to the 50.
I was going to say at least the 40, but yeah, probably.
I mean, I can assure you teams will not kick to them for long. You can't, man. I've got a funny saying. I won't say it, but Coach Greg Owens had a great saying of why not to kick it to players like Skylar or Jackson.
Ron, they get to start this drive at the 40, and the ones very much still do look to be out there. Give to Keyshawn John. Still going.
Keyshawn
still
John.
going.
House call. Watch out. There we go.
60 yards. Keyshawn, not so little John. Just tied things back up with 8 minutes left in the game.
Tell you what, we got an explosive backfield.
Yeah, tonight you've seen Jackson Hare take 175 yards on the first play of a drive, and now you've seen Keyshawn John take 160 yards.
Props to Keyshawn John here, but I do want to point out great IQ football by Wyatt. Oh, we missed it. That's okay. He did a great job of not doing something stupid.
And you do see a great block over here as well.
Everything's blocked great. Keyshawn John's off to the races.
He said turn down for what?
Oh, it's okay, Corey. It's all good. But no, Wyatt did a good job of not being sure to don't get a stupid penalty.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 80-yard touchdown. I don't have to lay somebody out. Let me just get in the way. Great job.
Now you can take another look at it, right?
There we go. So there's Wyatt. And
is this Jamorian that makes that block right there?
Oh, close. We almost had it. We almost had it.
So there are 7 minutes, 43 seconds left. And again, so they're not actually keeping score on the scoreboard here in the stadium, but we are.
Chaz
we have it as 28-28.
We believe in keeping the score.
We do.
I feel like the marker, I feel like we've done pretty good tonight.
Now,
for the
Ryan,
first crack at it.
This might be it. We have Faircloth. We have the coaches out there speaking in the middle of the field.
Oh, a little white flag action. Let's go to the house.
Might be. I don't know. I learned nothing.
I say we both line up for field goals, and the first team to miss, they get the win.
Let's do college overtime rules. Where we just both start in the.
No, let's do college triple overtime rules and sudden death 2-point
just
conversion.
2-point conversions.
Sudden death 2-point conversion. Let's do that. Does look like we are going to kick off.
Can you imagine a more fun? It just has like from a viewing standpoint, sudden death 2-point conversions. That's fun.
What an awful way to lose, though.
Yes, for sure.
My goodness. Hey, that rule is solely in place because of your LSU Tigers.
Yeah, 7
overtimes. They lost that one, but
it did.
That is why they made the rule.
Even as an LSU fan, they obviously lose that game, but what a game!
Man, speaking of, are you just elated for college football?
I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
We get a little bit of taste of the action this weekend, and then
do.
next weekend we have a great slate.
We get is it Florida State, Georgia Tech?
Florida State, Georgia Tech,
Yep.
Nevada, and SMU, and then I think Montana State and somebody.
And I think like Hawaii, and that game starts at like midnight, by the way.
Oh, well, we don't have Pac-12 after dark anymore.
I know, that's a
unfortunately.
bummer.
So we're going to have to rock with Hawaii.
That's a bummer. Pac-12 After Dark was such a fun, I mean, I've been up watching game day at least since 9, and now it's
like,
midnight.
I can't watch any more football, and then it's like,
Yeah,
wait,
I
I've
can.
got one more in me.
Yeah,
I got one
this.
more in me. Tyler, if you had to, without really going into it, without thinking about it, if you had to pick a Final Four for the college football playoffs, what do you got?
Okay, with a.
Don't worry about
okay.
seeding. Just give me your 4 best teams.
Give me. I mean, until I see otherwise, I got to put Georgia there.
I think so. Probably have the best roster in the country.
But I also think a second at if you told me Texas gets it, I believe I
think
see
so too.
a scenario when for sure.
I think
that
Texas
happens.
has the second best roster.
I
in
think
the country.
maybe Ohio State.
Maybe. This is a boring Final
Yeah,
Four,
you're right.
but probably
okay,
right.
give me my LSU Tigers.
Okay.
Give
so
me
3 SEC schools.
Now I'm taking one of them out. Give me Florida State.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a fun one that could happen.
Okay, now they have their 2s in.
They do. And up to the 40.
Yeah, I'll go Georgia. I'll go Texas. I like Oregon this year.
Okay. Oregon in the Big Ten's fun.
Yeah, it's something. It's something.
It's something.
Fun's maybe a word. I can think of a couple more, but stupid being one of them. But
it's funny of all those. They're like, I don't know why there's a difference, but you see those, and it's like, okay, but like UCLA's in the Big Ten. What's that about? That's
Tyler, USC has to play Rutgers at some point. And it's the longest. That's the longest
that
plane
is
ride
about as far
I can
from
think
New
of.
Jersey to
New Jersey to LA?
to LA.
Are you kidding me? Is that farther? No, it's not. That was going to be dumb. I was going to say, is that farther from LA to Hawaii? LA to New Jersey? It's probably closer than you realize.
I would have guessed it was further, but I don't know anything. I am not.
I love the number
geography
30 Otto Graham look from the Kaufman QB.
Yeah.
Little Y.A. Tittle action.
I was not expecting a Y.A. Tittle reference tonight.
Little home of
I was not.
Y.A. Tittle, Marshall,
Heisman winning,
Texas.
Yeah. LSU Tiger. Heisman winner.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I was going Hall of Famer, New York Giant.
Let me
NFL champion, not a Super Bowl champion. That's before his time, but Y.A. Tittle. So one-time freshman year, it was stupid of me.
Yes, very much won the Heisman at LSU.
Love that. Very just silly of me. I don't know why I did it, but I decided one game freshman year I wanted to wear like an old-timey jersey number. So I played quarterback as number 28 that day, just for no reason.
Nice.
Just wanted to.
We saw Brady Driver wear number 27.
Yep,
maybe?
that sounds right. He had that color jersey had been ripped. That's right. That's right.
All-state quarterback Brady Driver. By the way.
Right. Hope he's doing well at Lamar.
Yeah, absolutely. Wishing him the best of luck in his college career. 2nd and 7 from the 42. No, 3rd. My apologies. Got wrapped up in some Y.A. Tittle talk. Got too excited, you know. A little over 5 minutes on the clock. Again, thank you to everyone that spent your night with us here on Front Porch News and Chad's Media. Hopefully, if you can't make it in person, you plan on spending all of your Friday nights with us. Even though there's not a game tomorrow, you do get to tune in to Chad's Media and Front Porch News on a Friday night tomorrow night, 6 p.m., episode 2 of Hard Knocks. You already saw the little preview of that, but it's gonna see some Jackson Hare, gonna see some Coach Medlock.
We've also decided
I don't know what else I can say, so I'm just going to stop there.
We've decided that Corey, he's got the Hard Knocks curse in the NFL. Whoever's on Hard Knocks is most definitely going to win the Super Bowl that year.
Do you want to hear something funnier than that? So, again, if you watch our show that we do on Wednesday nights, Down and Out, which we haven't done in a while, but it's football season, I'm sure we'll be hanging out on Friday nights again. But if you have watched us, you know that Corey does love to watch Hard Knocks and gets very excited about whoever the team they're covering that year is. But what's even funnier, he obviously films and produces our Hard Knocks, and he does it with that too. He'll be filming it. He's like, dude, I'm feeling really good about blank.
I think this kid's gonna have a big one. This is the year.
Well, you're the one making the story.
I love it.
It's very fun.
Looks like we're gonna get Deuce Hall at QB tonight. He's played every other position.
He has. Glad to see him get some QB snaps out there. Also see Quinn still getting snaps.
Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. Obviously, you have to be ready at all times. God forbid, you know, Cade
there's
Mitchell.
Chris Adams on the far side over there, number 14. Senior. I mean, what's it, third year on varsity?
Yeah, it seems like he's
been
a household name for sure.
And then the other white helmet receiver, you're going to see number 17, Ben Lovelady, junior wide receiver. Yeah, very, very, very deep. I was going to say like receiver room, but just pass catching group, because that includes, I mean, we saw 3 different tight ends tonight. You saw, I mean, you're going to see Jackson catch passes. I might see Keyshawn, you know. That includes Deuce, who's now at quarterback. So I wouldn't even say receiver room. I'd just say pass catchers.
Just pass catchers.
This brings up 3rd and 5. There's that delayed counter for a big gain run. Up past the 45, almost to midfield. I don't remember if we saw Deuce catch anything tonight. I know he had a target, or what was going to be a target.
I think we saw a carry or two.
Yeah.
I don't know that we saw a catch.
Yeah, we saw the keeps down here in the goal line.
Yes, that's true. I want to say he had a handoff somewhere in the middle of the field too, but
still a little bit.
We'll get a little bit of everything from Deuce, I believe.
Only 1:50 left on the clock. Can have a couple there. Again, just a sophomore. I mean, you're getting snaps, getting reps. At the Prim under the lights. Love it. Clock down to 1:25 now. 2nd and 9. Chris Adams holding on to it. What a catch. And yeah, again, that's a senior who I believe is at least a 3-year varsity guy. We've seen him make contributions to this offense for years now. Don't expect anything less than that in his senior year. All right, okay, there's 57 seconds left on the clock. We'll hang, obviously, you know, not going to do a long post-game show or anything tonight. So while some play is going on, next Friday night,
it's the real deal.
We will be live at 7 p.m. for our pregame show. I'm not going to put you on the spot like that, man.
There's a zip on that one.
Against Mesquite Poteet, though. I'll save. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I was going to ask for any predictions, but
Any predictions for that game against Mesquite Poteet?
I'm going to give you 8 days to come up with some predictions, unless you got one ready to roll right now.
I'm always ready with the predictions, Tyler, but we'll save it. I'm very excited. I expect the Prim to be rocking.
I am as well.
I know that the guys in blue are going to be really excited to play a real game against another opponent. I expect it's going to be a fun year, all in all. I think it's going to be a tough schedule. I think we're going to play a lot of really close football games.
Mm-hmm.
But just talking about next Friday, I think we're in for a good one.
I mean, we've seen some great and some very entertaining Wildcat football the last 2 years, and I think we're in for our most entertaining season
I agree.
so far. So we did call a timeout here, stopping the clock with 25 seconds. It's 1st and 10 from the 32. We've got Quinn in the slot over here, Lovelady and Adams on the right side.
I'd love to see, who knows what we're doing, but it'd be nice if we tried to get into field goal range and then kicked one at the end of the clock.
Deuce. Looking for Lovelady.
Oh, my. Be honest, Tyler, that might have been the best ball of the entire night.
It may have. That was a very good pass.
Great throw.
Now the clock did continue to run there, so I don't know if that's going to be the final snap of the night. That is, it looks like, going to be the final snap of the night. So 28-28 is where we end up on the scrimmage run. Final thoughts before we get out of here. Again, we're not going to do a long post-game show because it's just a scrimmage. Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you, producer.
Hey,
6 seconds left on the clock.
Coach Faircloth said, "Not on my watch. We're not tying."
From the 32.
This isn't soccer. We're not tying.
From the 32. What do you do with 6 seconds?
You're not in field goal range, but I don't know how many timeouts we have. 0, 7. I'm not sure.
You don't want to kick a 49-yard field goal?
I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. So
Eric Rodriguez has a strong leg, but 6
seconds, you do have enough time to, if you want to run one and get out of bounds immediately, you could. Just, a 5 to 7 yard stop.
It would have to be quick, but you could do it.
Or if you
might have another timeout.
I don't know the timeout situation. Oh boy,
that was a false start. So that would push it back to the 37. I mean, you're at the 37 with now 4 seconds. I mean, I guess your plan from a second ago probably out the window. I probably can't run 2 plays in 4 seconds. But
no. Also, time shouldn't come off on a false start. But
Deuce letting it fly. And that will be our final play of the night, Ryan. That does bring it to an end, 28-28. Ryan, final thoughts before we get out of here.
Tyler, it was a great night. Saw a lot of good things. Obviously, like I said, there's things that we're going to have to work on, but that's right where you want to be after your second scrimmage. There's always room for improvement, and I think that 8 days from now, we're going to see quality football and a quality football game.
Yes, I had a blast. It was fun to get reps in, me and you. I had a blast. It's been way too long since we got to do this. Again, tune in tomorrow night, 6 p.m. here on Chad's Media and Front Porch News for episode 2 of Hard Knocks. And then we will be back, like Ryan said, at 7 p.m. next Friday night for the season opener against Mesquite Poteet. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us tonight. On behalf of everyone here at Chad's Media and Front Porch News, producer Corey Hankins, cameraman Jeremy DeLorge, Chloe Copel, Hannah Morrill, Caleb T. Meyer. That's Ron Humphreys. I'm Tyler Lennon. We will see you next Friday night for the season opener against Mesquite Poteet.